All right, I think we're live. Welcome to the stream. Today is, of course, Memphis Wrestling. We're kicking off November 1988. Tomorrow's the season finale of Boit Watch, and then I think we're going to take a couple weeks off from Boit Watch and then come back with our December awards show. Next week, I'm thinking the return of the Tribal Chief on Monday, Eric McHenry. Tuesday, we're going to start Herb Abrams, UWF. I don't know what I'm doing Wednesday. I might take it off, or I might, I don't know. I always say that, but then I hardly ever do. But I don't know what I'm going to do on Wednesday. Thursday is going to be primetime. Friday, Memphis. Saturday of next week, instead of Boit Watch, we'll probably do like a movie or something. I don't know. We used to do different stuff on Sundays or Saturdays since we have like a little bit of a break waiting for the award show. Maybe we can watch a movie, or we could do a short deep dive into somebody maybe. What's up, ATF, F Wood, Jerry, it's me. Please, EFD. Today could be the day that you could put this all behind you. Please, EFD. $306. But yeah, I also think I'm going to focus for a minute on just clipping VP and George Dorunda. I'm kind of like tapped for clipping anybody else at the moment. So very exciting. A George Dorunda a George Dorunda clip playlist incoming. Sports Friday is up, of course, the new episode of Sports Friday. I think that's it. Is there anything else of note happening? I don't think so. All right. Well, let's get into it. 1988 Memphis. Buddy Landell.
Brown here at ringside. Lance Russell's taking the day off today. He'll be back with us next week. We got quite a champion.
Oh, I should do my disclaimer, which is that WWE claimed a bunch of footage in these episodes, but it didn't claim like... Well, what happened here? Oh, hang on. We're off to a great start.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're good now.
Hello, everybody. Dave Brown here at ringside. Lance Russell's taking the day
Lance
off
Russell
today.
had a
He'll be
hangover.
back with us next week. We got quite a championship wrestling show for you today. We've got
Thanks,
Mike
Jeff.
Miller. First look at him in the ring coming up in just a minute here. Sid Vicious, that big
Wait,
huge
who did he
guy,
say?
is going to be back a little bit later on today.
Ooh, Sid's
the
back.
King, Sid Mean Mike Miller. First look at him in the ring coming up
Mean Mike Miller.
just a minute here. Sid Vicious, that big huge guy, is going to be back a little bit later on today. The King teams up with Jeff Jarrett in a tag team match. We've got gorgeous Gary Young and Cactus Jack.
Oh boy,
Robert
Gary
Fuller
Young.
and Jimmy Golden scheduled to be going in a match here today. And we got a super expiration of time match later on. And on one side of the ring, we will have Todd Morton teamed with the superstar Bill Dundee. That is all coming up today on
Says he had
Championship
great
Wrestling. You
success
stay with us.
in
Back with the opening match in just a
the
moment.
Pacific Northwest Wrestling. Two-time champ. Synonymous with Portland wrestling in the 80s.
And right now, it is Jeff Jarrett. Jeff won the match in the Cotton Bowl, and he won it on October 15th in a match against Eric Embry. Jeff, congratulations to you. I want to talk more about that in just a moment, but first, I think we'll show everyone the match. Okay. Show them just how you did it from the Cotton Bowl. Here it is. Great victory for you, Jeff.
Well, thank you, Dave. And, out there at the Cotton Bowl, I was awful nervous.
Okay, so I got to finish, though. They took a bunch of clips, but it didn't look like a lot of it was, like, super substantial. But it added up to, like, 8 minutes of footage total, so there'll be little parts missing. And then there was one music part that had to be cut out and one that had to be silenced. But otherwise, I think everything's intact. I think what just happened was where the music thing got taken out. Or maybe this was the ESPN.
When I went in that ring, but,
Okay. Show them just how you did it from the Cotton Bowl. Here it is. Great victory for you, Jeff.
well, thank you, Dave. And, out there at the Cotton Bowl, I was
It
awful
does
nervous
look like
when
the
I went in that
European
ring,
title.
But I just thank the Lord that I was lucky enough to come out on the best part of it. And the great thing about it, though, This is going to be my first title defense, and the best part about it, I get to have it right here in this area.
That's right, and you're going to defend it against the man who used to have the belt, Eric Embry, and he had some comments.
Eric
Let's hear what
Embry.
Embry had to say about this upcoming match.
Hey, Jeff Jarrett, how's it feel, man? How's it feel to wake up in the morning and be the light heavyweight champion of the whole wide world? Feels good, don't it? But how can you look in the mirror, man, and live with yourself? Because you ain't nothing but a long-haired, snotty-nosed thief, man. You come to the Cotton Bowl. I don't know what you showed the people here, but you know how you stole it. I know how you stole it, and you ain't nothing but a thief, man. You know, you've been protected here at this place.
True.
Flamboyant Eric Embry hadn't been here looking for what was stolen from him. So, boy, you come dressed and with those boots laced as tight
What's up,
as you
Duditsky?
can lace them, because I'm going to come
What's
at
up,
you
Jeremy?
with everything I got, man. I don't care if I have to pick up a chair and whack you across that pretty-looking face and make you ugly forever. Hey, Jeff Jarrett, listen good, man,
Hey,
because
Jeff
you're going
Jarrett.
to face reality, and reality is Flamboyant Eric Embry coming to get his title back, and I'm going to get my title back.
No doubt about it. As we said, a great victory for you and a great-looking belt. And not only is it a tremendous title to have, it's a good-looking belt you got here.
Well, thank you, Dave. It's hard to, of course, it's very difficult to gain this belt, but it's going to be even harder to hold on to it. And I got a rematch coming up against Eric Embry, and I'm not going to make any predictions or going to make any predictions about the end of the match, but I am going to tell the people one thing, and I'm also going to tell you one thing, Eric Embry. You're going to see either one or two things. You're either going to see me get my hand
Let me tell you one thing. You're going to see one of two things.
raised in victory, or you're going to see one heck of a fight, because I'm going to hold on to that belt with everything I got.
I can believe that. Good luck to you in the
Thank you,
rematch.
Dave.
And again, congratulations on winning the belt. Right now, we're going to get back to our regular studio show.
A very
right
low
now
energy.
For a 1 full 15-minute time limit match, a young man out of Mississippi, weighing in at 228 pounds. His name is Chris Frazier. We've seen him once
Chris
before
Frazier.
here on Championship Wrestling, and he is set to go today against someone we're
Here
getting
comes
a first
Portland
look at
legend,
today.
Mean
Big
Mike
guy out of
Miller.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 265 pounds. Mean Mike Miller. This match 1 full 15-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun is going to be the referee for
Chris
this one.
Frazier.
And as soon as Mr. Miller is set to go, we are to Chris Frazier going against Mike Miller. Miller wasting no time forcing Chris back into the corner. Referee right there calls for a clean break. Mike Miller backs away.
Yeah, he did give him a good
Mean
compliment.
Mike, they call
during
him out of
that
Louisiana.
timeout.
Boy, I think I see why they call him Mean Mike. He's wasting no time really hammering Chris Frazier here. Up in the air, then body slam on Chris. Miller drops down with the lower leg.
Wonder how long he's
Referee
coming in
starts the
for.
count. He gets to 1, and that's it. Frazier is able to break the cover by getting one of the shoulders up off the mat.
I like this
before
guy in
count
the
of 2
crowd,
hits.
this bald-headed guy with the blue, baby blue shirt
Whoa,
on.
what a clothesline as Miller really hung that arm out there and dropped him down to the mat.
Sit in the crowd. What happened there? He didn't want to go over?
Sure, picked him up.
Kind of
Picked him
weird.
up by the hair. I don't know if he could have held him for a 3 count or not, but he picked him up before the referee had a chance to count to 3. Miller around behind, working on the chin. Chris Frazier, I think you can tell by his hands, no, he's not giving it up. Ooh, maybe he should have. Hit him with a fist right in the top of the head. Minute 31 seconds gone in this one.
Oh, also, I found the clip of Jedi Rich boxing in the arena, so now I have that at easy access. We don't have to do that weird. I could never find it searching.
Side headlock, yeah, right fist. Miller was asking the crowd. Yeah, popped him with it. Turned him around so that the referee couldn't see exactly what he was doing. And popped him with that right fist. Referee again checking with Chris Frazier. Frazier's hanging in there. There you see, good look at Mean Mike Miller. Oh, look at what he's doing. Wow, that's illegal, and the referee.
No, I haven't seen them, but I've heard, and I saw a couple videos, and the thumbnail pictures didn't look too kind, but I haven't had a chance to watch them yet. I've been watching a ton of movies lately.
Calling for the break, finally gets it. Miller back onto the rope. Chris Frazier trying him out on offensive here, sent him into the rope, but Miller brings up the boot as he came off the rope. And it's Chris that ends up on the mat.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll see more from him, but I just feel like for like a Memphis squash match, a Memphis squash match, this is just not kind of what I was expecting. This is a pretty slow-paced stand. Well, not slow-paced, but like it's just a normal match, and I guess I wanted to see him come out and like just devastate the guy.
Neck breaker. This might be it. Count is 1, 2, and 3. Mean Mike Miller living up to his name, no doubt about it. Convincing win here over a young man which is
interesting win.
Is not that easy an opponent, let me tell you. And Chris Frazier.
Want to remind the wrestling fans that Kentucky, Thursday night action at the Davies County High School Gym, sponsored by the Booster Club. Evansville, Wednesday night, a triple main event card, 6 big matches, 4 title bouts. Bill Dundee, Todd Morton lead it off against Sid Vicious and Mean Mike Miller. Dutch Mantell against Buddy Landell. Winner's going to get a shot at the CWA title. Brickhouse Brown takes on Phil Hickerson for the CWA title. Jeff Jarrett defends his belt against Eric Embry, the World Light Heavyweight Championship. Tag team action. Fuller and Golden with Sylvia take on Cactus Jack. Gary Young with Downtown Bruno for the CWA tag title. Main event, an AWA title versus the World Class Heavyweight Championship. Jerry the King Lawler, his belt on the line against the belt of the modern-day warrior, Kerry Von Erich. One of the big matches on the card, Dutch Mantell takes on Buddy Landell.
Oh, wow. Landell versus Mantell. Fantastic. Remember they had like when they were both... they were in like a trios with Bill Dundee for a while. And it was always like Landell. God damn it. Landell, Mantell.
WA Heavyweight Championship. A very prestigious belt indeed.
Memphis
Buddy
squash
Landell
match.
had some very key comments. And he expressed them here on Championship Wrestling. Let's go to him.
You know, Dutch Mantell, it never seems
What's
to
up,
amaze
Thomas
me
Wyatt?
that just how stupid you can be. You know, there wasn't ever a definition for the word ignorance until you come into this world. You know what
True.
I'm talking about? But this week, baby, it comes down to this. The Nature Boy Buddy Landell and Dirty Dutch Mantell. The winner gets a shot at the CWA, baby. Well, I've held that belt before, and it's near and dear to my heart. And you know, Dutch Mantell, I thought a couple of years ago when me and Bill Dundee kicked your brains out around this territory, baby, I thought you learned a lesson. But it seems
What's up,
like
Mr.
a mule,
Zanty
baby.
Misfit?
You're hard and
Kick him in the
stubborn.
taint?
Well, I got something for you, baby, because it seems to me that the women around this area are starved for the sight of a real man.
True.
Never mind a real champion. So when the Nature Boy comes to town, baby, and you see me stand across the ring, won't you just take a powder and go back to the dressing room and go back down south, try to be a king daddy where you come from?
I was going to say ATF will like that
I'm the
taint
man up
reference.
here. CWA title, I'm the man, you can't beat me.
Glocks and Grippers, is he in the chat? I didn't see him.
Vicious. Tall. Big.
Or is it one of those
Downtown Bruno
handle
in his
deals?
corner. Going against him, out of Indiana, Robert Long weighs in at 275
What about
pounds.
Butch Long?
And
Oh,
here
who
we
Sid's
go.
up shit.
Well, neither preferably, but that microphone is...
Oh, give me a break.
Now look at this guy here. He actually thinks he can body slam Sid Vicious. You know where Sid Vicious is from, Dave Brown?
Yeah, well, no, I don't know where he's
From
from.
none of your business,
Well, that's
USA.
what he said.
From none
Thanks.
of nobody's business, USA.
Where'd they find this guy at?
Probably could find out where he's from, but I don't need to. All I know is where he's going, Steve. I don't need to know where the man's
Oh,
been.
man, what
I
a-
know
what
where
a
he's going. He's going all the
mismatch.
way to the top. That's wonderful, baby. Lay on it. See that? Just knock the guy down with one hand because you understand, Sid Vicious don't care if he hurts you. He don't care if he breaks a bone. He don't care if he breaks your neck, your
Would
back.
pick up a
He
Nature
don't
Boy
care,
gimmick.
Steve. Because Sid Vicious is vicious. And that's the way it is, Dave Brown. If we want to go after Lawler and get that World Heavyweight title, well, brother, we're going to get it. No matter what Sid Vicious wants, Sid Vicious is going to get
I just feel like both of the big wrestling companies don't really, since all WWE cares about now is like the bottom line. So if they're making money off of their deals with Saudi and their merch and stuff like that, people make a big deal about, oh, the live attendance. Now that's the least of their concerns, and they're pricing it to like compensate because they know that top group of people will come no matter what. But it's just weird. And TNA's, I don't know if TNA's the same way, but I mean, they're pretty much propped up by WWE now. But it's this idea that like what we want, or we have no real way to make any statements about it on any grand level. Like there are some people who are going to go no matter what. So they're not going to boycott or whatever. And it's just like these companies now don't even have to really give a shit what people want or, you know, want to watch, because they're making all these like brands rights deals and stuff. Or what do they call them? Brand whatever deals.
Well, he's going to get
Brand media deals.
Too, if he's not careful.
$1,000 don't mean nothing to the stud stable. $1,000 don't mean...
That's kind of too how YouTube works to an extent, because most channels don't actually thrive off of views or ad revenue. I think, did you guys see when Charlie revealed his money and he had made like $500,000 from ads over like a decade or something, but then he had made like $35 million off of like donations?
Mean nothing to downtown Bruno, and $1,000 don't mean nothing to Sid Vicious, because it's like Mama says, it be that way sometimes.
Robert Long has had a horrible day already here today, going against the big...
You think he's one of the mechanics from from Covington Toyota?
Sid Vicious. Vicious got him up in the air. Remember Long way
That belly to belly, baby. That's professional wrestling ability right there.
Oh no, I keep thinking of his oh good, I keep thinking of him. Man, he's got just, his legs are ridiculous.
That's it.
We're trying to do some more talking out here today. We're trying to do some more talking because I'd like to talk some more about this.
We don't have a lot of time to do much talking, but I guess we're not going to.
Number one, baby, that was wonderful. You're the best. That's the best wrestler in the world today.
He'd be a mid-card heel in America, but when they went to Saudi, he'd be like a main eventer. They would put the belt on him.
Hey, you know what? Jerry Lawler, that crown may be a little bit precarious on your head. Jeff Jarrett, that little title, what is it, light heavyweight title or whatever, this man here might slim down a little bit and go for it. Or I might go for it myself.
His leg drop looks good because he's got those giant legs.
There, but ain't none of them as big, as bad, or as vicious. That's Sid Vicious. Mr. Dead Man right here. Doesn't he look like he's dead?
Mr. Dead
What
Man.
do you own, brother, to keep you going this long? You're just like everybody else out there.
Oh, Bruno is on his own now? Wonder if something happened at the house show or at the arena shows, because I think if you remember earlier too, they said that the stud stable was wrestling against Cactus Jack and Gary Young. Was there like a falling out on the circuit somewhere?
Sign the dotted line. That's all I got to say. Hey, Dave Brown, it's like Mama says, brother, it be that way sometimes.
I got to work that into Sports Friday.
I'm afraid you will, too. We'll be back in a moment.
Well, not just a good soft. This is what got taken out, I bet. All the Super Clash shit.
Pavilion, the biggest wrestling event ever, and you can see it as it happens in your own home. The CWA, AWA, World Class, POW, and other associations the world over come together for an
Oh, but not only was he a good softball player or whatever, but like that was he prioritized that over like WWF like runs. That's crazy. Be a part of history.
Wrestling fans, action, Owensboro, Kentucky.
I don't care for this guy at all.
High School Gym. This
I'm just not a fan.
Big card of action there.
He seems really weird. He seems like
main event, four
kind
big
of a
title
creep.
matches. Leading off, Bill Dundee and Todd Morton take on Sid Vicious and Mean Mike Miller. Dutch Mantell takes on Buddy Landell. The winner gets a CWA title shot. Brickhouse Brown takes on Phil Hickerson for the CWA title. The World Light Heavyweight Championship on the line.
I think they all were, weren't they?
Eric Embry. Then a tag team battle for the CWA
Wasn't
tag
everything
title.
Vern
Robert
did
Ford,
after a
Jimmy
certain
Golden
point
with
pretty
Sylvia
much a
take on
failure?
Cactus Jack and Gary Young with Downtown Bruno. In the main event, The title versus title for the World Heavyweight Championship. The AWA title held by Jerry the King Lawler on the line against the world-class title held by Kerry Von Erich, the modern-day warrior. All that action Wednesday night at the Evansville Coliseum. You'll see the action coming up here on Championship Wrestling. Something very special coming up a little bit later in the show you won't want to miss. All the action out on the big card Wednesday night.
A jack of all sports,
One thing we're going to take time out for is a special match that occurred in the Cotton Bowl. One of the top wrestlers in the world, Kerry Von Erich, against an NWA challenge, Ric Flair. Let's take a look at it right now. Kerry Von Erich, a man who's upset. He wants a shot at Jerry Lawler.
Thanks, WWE. You just had to have that. WWE is like, you know what? Fuck these people. We're not going to give them this 2.5-minute clip.
He had these words to say about that.
When I went down, folks, a long time ago,
Oh, boy.
on motorcycle injury, I laid down 18 months, laid down in the
This is me cutting a promo video after the stream ends, and I'm like high as fuck.
hospital bed. Well, I had a dream. The dream was one world champion. There's one Leaning Tower of Pisa. There's one Mona Lisa. There's one world champion. And folks, I'll tell you, you're looking at him right here. The dream was to take it all, put it all together into one. I don't care if I'm the champ. I don't care if
Softball
Jerry's the champ.
interviews.
I'm looking for one world champion. I'm not here to make enemies. A world champion has no enemies. A world champion has no friends. Well, I'm coming.
Let's get a couple more Sports Fridays in the book, and then I'll reach out to the Stanford women's volleyball team and see if I can get an interview with somebody.
Fist and fire. I'm the youngest. I'm the strongest. I'm the most powerful.
This is
There's
88.
no one that
I don't
can
know when he
compare.
got the injury.
And I'm coming to your town.
I'm not a
I'm
big Von
gonna show you
Erich
that I'm the
person.
one and only.
I don't know a lot
world
about him.
heavyweight champion. Jerry Lawler, I know you're big and bad. I've seen you beat men all over the world.
To that
And
point
I know
and
you're
to
one
that
of the
level.
toughest men in professional wrestling. But like I said, one of the toughest men. I am the toughest man. Jerry Lawler, come at me and beat me if you can.
Yeah, he's literally in a match with another champion. What's up, Izzy?
Because I am the one world heavyweight champion.
I've seen him like in I've watched World Class, but like I don't know that much about him. Like I wouldn't know like when he got the injury or anything like that. I don't know a lot about him beyond like the couple documentaries I watched, and then like I know like their character stuff. I don't know too much about their like real lives though.
Jerry Lawler, the king,
Besides the
champion in his
death.
own right, of course, and a match
And the
against
coke.
a controversial but very
And the
successful
rats.
champion from the AWA.
And the family abuse.
Kurt Hennig. Here's that action. Kerry Von Erich's not the only one that wants a return match. The king does too. Jerry Lawler had these words to say about Von Erich.
You know,
Did Ava make a video on the recent HFF stuff?
Championship. I made myself a promise, and I made a promise to all the fans, and I've been trying my best to keep that promise. Hasn't been all that easy, and the promise was this, that I would try to make this the one and only true world championship in the entire world of professional wrestling. So what I did, I immediately sent out telegrams, I made some telephone calls, I sent some letters, and I mainly issued some challenges to the other three so-called world champions. Now, I know you people have heard this before because I've told it any number of times about the fact that I called the offices of the NWA that Ric Flair claims to be the world champion of. I called the offices of the WWF that Randy Savage claims to be the world champion
No,
of.
she doesn't have
And I
anything
called-
up. That's interesting. Her last stream was 7 days ago. She streamed a lot around that. She was gone for like a month. And then she came back like heavy for a little while, focused on Jeremy, it looks like. But I'm surprised she didn't make any kind of video on it.
The world-class organization that Kerry Von Erich is the world champion of. And I told them, you guys all proclaim to be champions. Well, I'm issuing a challenge right now. Let's the four of us get together and settle it once and for all. Let's have a round-robin tournament. Let's see who is the man that can come out on top and be the undisputed world heavyweight champion.
Cutting a
Well,
promo in the
answer I got
bathroom, yes.
didn't really surprise me.
That's not
people from
uncommon,
the NWA
honestly. But in IWA Mid-South, they filmed quite a few. I remember quite a few interviews being filmed in there.
They said, oh, no. No, Ric Flair can't wrestle anybody but other NWA wrestlers. And I said, well, how can he call himself a world
Sent
champion?
telegrams.
He's just a company champion. If he can't take on all contenders,
I don't know anything about the poop pics, Daninsky. Nobody talks to me. I'm on my own little island. I don't have any kind, besides Bethadone and VP, I don't really talk to anybody anymore.
he's just the champion of your little
So
company.
I don't have
And
any
you know, I got
kind
the
of
same answer from the
inside
people at the
information on
WWF.
that.
No, Randy the Macho Man Savage is only allowed to wrestle other WWF wrestlers.
Can you imagine Dutch, as hairy as he is? Do you think he had to shave his ass?
He can't leave that organization and wrestle any other top contender or any other champion.
Be like trying to shit through a sweater.
So I told him the same thing. I said, well, how can you call him a world champion when the fact of the matter is he's only the champion of your little company?
Oh, your little company.
The only taker, the only organization,
Nickel
the only
dime wrestling
that agreed
organization
to accept this challenge was Kerry Von Erich from the World Class Organization. And for that, I tip my hat to him. I tip my hat to the World Class people. And we have had matches in the past. Kerry Von Erich and myself, and I'll go on record right now, people have asked me over the years, who's the toughest man you ever been in the ring with?
Yeah, great promo. His hair is kind of funky, though.
And I'll tell you, right now, bar none, it's Kerry Von Erich. But I'm going to be ready for you this week, Kerry Von Erich. You bring your belt.
Thanks for keeping that clip to under 8 seconds. Thank you.
And when we step into the ring, as I've said before, it's going to be 2 champions. But when we get through, there's only going to be one. And I'm going to be just like you, Kerry Von Erich, no matter what I have to do, no matter what it takes. I'm going to do everything in my power to be the one and only undisputed world champion at the end of this week.
You want me to send that question in to ask Dutch anything?
And Tim Woodard are in the ring. They've been
Ask
there
him
about
if
a
he
minute
shaved
and a
his
half, and
ass.
I think they've succeeded in insulting just about
He
everyone
would.
in the audience.
James might put that one on because he likes to make Dutch laugh.
Jerry Lawler. This is going to be a
Who said that? Who asked if I shaved my ass? Mark Fusion, you bastard.
Jeff Jarrett. Boy, what a tag team this ought to be, huh? Going against Eric.
Oh, wow. Black Billy Jack Haynes, Keith Eric, and Tim Woodard. So Lawler must like Keith Eric. He works with him quite a bit more than he does any of the other enhancement talent. It's like 3 or 4 times we've seen them work together.
Tennessee, Keith Eric, you know, out of Memphis. Jeff Jarrett out of Hendersonville, of course, and the King out of Memphis. The King at 234 pounds. Total weight over on that side of the ring is 442.
Man, I like this North Carolina-themed
431.
outfit.
We got Jeff Jarrett starting against Keith Eric.
Jarrett seems weird in, like, warm colors to me.
Already victories today by Mean Mike Miller.
Ask Dutch if he ever drew. I'll be like, James, I have 2 questions. Number 1, Dutch, did you shave your ass? And 2, did you ever draw a dime in this business?
And in this one, Keith Eric and his partner. They're going to be trying to upset. Whoa.
You think Keith Eric's the best one?
Upsetting Jeff and the
I could see that.
Keith going to take a good haymaker swing at Jeff Jarrett. Jeff was out of the way, and Tim Woodard, welcome to Championship Wrestling as your own partner.
I can't remember his name, but I haven't seen him for quite a while in the territory. But he kind of looked like Lawler a little bit. He just looked like a kind of like a Timu Jerry Lawler, but he had really good matches. I remember against like LeDuc and Bam Bam, but Keith Eric seems like he's been around the entire time we've been watching, and he always gets a bunch of good matches.
Knocks you down on the floor.
I wish he'd go back to his Billy Jack Haynes attire though.
Jeff backs Keith
Has
Eric
Kevin
in the
Von
corner.
Erich ever?
Lawler's
Because he
got him from
sucks.
outside. Eric
Kevin
gets
Von
out of the
Erich?
way. He's smiling. Jeff
What the
says,
fuck
"Whoa,
was
wait a minute.
no?
I still
What would
haven't
he
thrown that punch yet,
Vince
sir."
couldn't
And,
even get
you're
Kerry over. How would he
Now
get
Keith
Kevin
talked to The
over?
referee said he hit me with a fist, and he did. There's no doubt about it. Jeff hit him with his fist. He popped him a good one.
Kevin Von Erich is just he's like a knockoff version of Velvet McIntyre.
Takes over after the tag. He's got a headlock on Keith.
Kevin is worth 100 Dutches, but well, nobody ever. No one would agree with that. Kevin on his own without his brothers to help him, no way. Dutch had to make it on his own, all the way out of Oil Trough,
They made him look bad
Texas.
here in the last minute or so, and he is not happy about it. He climbs back through the ropes, though. Ever confident Keith Eric. Facing the King.
He sucks. He's awful.
Now, Keith's going to try the same thing. He turns around.
If I booked Kevin Von Erich, he'd have to put over like Rough and Ready.
Keith decides decides he's had enough. Been in there long enough. He goes to the corner. After 2 minutes, 14 seconds, he makes the tag. And our first official look at Tim Woodard.
The only thing about Kevin Von Erich was who his brother was, and that he didn't wear any ring boots, in my opinion.
There you go.
Plus, he's such a liar. When you listen to him, like, he's the one that was the big consultant on the movie, and I mean, come on, bro.
Woodard says to Keith Eric, hey, he's not such a bad guy.
I like Kevin when he's with his brothers, but, like, in and of himself, I don't think he would. Like, just to plant him, and just like Kerry, honestly, without all the... Even he couldn't really make it there without all of the surrounding stuff. So Kevin definitely would have never had a chance. He'd have been putting over Lanny Poffo. David should have been the Undertaker.
Back into the corner. Lawler says, give me a clean break.
Oh, wow. Do you think they'll put Dutch in the Hall of Fame? Triple H really likes the territories, it seems like.
Woodard just saw one right there as he got punched in the nose. Well, they made a tag, and Keith Eric is going to be coming back in, and Eric turns to Woodard.
Velvet
I'm going to show you
McIntyre.
how to handle this guy here.
Dutch stole Hangman Bobby Jagger's gimmick.
Time, I guess. He's got a headlock on.
Where did we see Bobby Jaggers? Where did we see? Was it in Memphis? Early Memphis? Like one of our maybe 86 streams or something? We saw him somewhere. Most overrated hairy wrestlers? How dare you? I'm going to pause it. We're going to watch somebody talk about their fentanyl addiction for 10 minutes as a punishment for that.
There with the knee lift and ends up with a headlock on Jeff Jarrett.
I need a person that I can say, hey, bring up 10 minutes of someone talking about fentanyl addiction. Bring that up. I need that assistant person.
Eric goes to the wrong corner, and Lawler is there with a fist. There's Jeff with a right hand, and here's a cover. Count is 1, 2. Can't make it 6 for 3. Jeff with a cover again.
Kevin Von Erich didn't need promos. He wouldn't need any promos if they booked him because there wouldn't be anybody in the stands to deliver it to.
No 3 count. Jeff was trying to wrap it up right there, but
they'd all be across the street at the all-night gas station. Instead, as Cornette would say. I can't believe you guys have come for Dutch and then stand up for Kevin Von Erich. Give me a break. Be serious. Fart on his face while his mouth is open. Wow. That's quite a statement.
He doesn't go for the cover right away. Gets a little momentum off the rope and drops down with a forearm.
I would love to watch World Class. I really like World Class. I haven't seen nearly enough of it, but I think it'd be fun to watch, but of course we can't.
In the corner, he bounces out of there. Jeff drops him over the back. Good move for Jeff as he gets to the corner and tags the King.
Purple Haze and Mark Lewin.
He didn't leave the ring, though. That was a mistake.
What a weird gimmick The Undertaker is, honestly.
Now he's got both of them heads together.
It's not even a knock. I'm just saying, like, it's a really weird. It's just like a zombie. Why was it just the person playing it? Was it the time? Why did that zombie get over? But like, well, I guess the zombie on ECW that everybody hated, they did just kind of thrust him out into the ring, but. And then just suddenly one day he was a biker. Man, I love though his feud with Brock Lesnar during the American Badass era.
5 minutes, 45 seconds.
This Prince Valiant haircut. Again, I love that when Lawler wrestles in these like enhancement or squash matches that he doesn't use his actual finish. He uses like one of his secondary finishers. I think they should bring that back. I don't even think in some main you should have a finisher that like you'd never break out unless it's like just actually like really down to the wire and you need that last like desperate thing. But I like it when they have like secondary finishers and stuff like that.
Tremendous action there. The battle in Keith Eric and his partner,
Old school, not to be confused with old school Marty Schiffbauer.
Lawler with one parting shot for Tim.
Do you think I could get an interview with the Stanford women's volleyball team if I explained to them Sports Friday?
Again, the time of this. Now Eric's jumping back in the ring.
Oh, that's true. I like PCO a lot.
Oh, me. Well, as they sort it out,
I need to see more of his TNA run.
It's the Stud Stable.
Don't miss Super Clash 3, Tuesday, December 13th, live from Chicago, Illinois, UIC Pavilion. The biggest wrestling event ever, and you can see it as
I can't believe he's still around having like crazy matches.
AWA, World Class, POW, and other associations the world over come together for
Daninsky, did you hear that I future Endeavor Kinetic Kel? The suits in Palo Alto just said it was too much of a time versus results situation. They said they found her to be childish, quote, childish and very unprofessional. But we do wish her best. All the best in their future endeavors.
Not only that, they are guaranteed a shot at the world titles.
Wait, I thought they said that. Okay, maybe I misheard and he said the Stud from the Stud Stable, Gary Young and Cactus Jack. I thought he was saying Cactus Jack and this guy were wrestling the Stud Stable. Okay, never mind.
I want to congratulate them as well as Phil Hickerson, our CWA champion. Here's the two new champions of the tag team right here. Guys, go basket in just a minute because we got another bit of good news for you. I hear the world-class world tag team champions now are going to be marching their tail right in here. And who to meet but myself and the gentleman Jimmy Golden right here.
Probably just how they, instead of coming down on the arm, you're saying he did like a Macho Man elbow?
Go ahead now. I was going to talk with you about this a little bit later. Now, what I'm talking about is a world title match.
You cannot tell me that I would not have been a perfect fit for the Stud Stable. Man, the way that I look, I'd have been perfect for this crew. You were secretly fiending for that kinetic coochie. There was no secret about it, Daninsky. I don't know why you would say that. But also, there's a difference between, fiending for the coochie and investing the time to watch and clip whenever the suits in Palo Alto just said it's not economically feasible. If we were to ask Mike Graham, he might put it in a different way, his views on Kinetic Kel. But I fought for her, I tried, and the suits were like, nah, this one's just not working out. And I was like, well.
And I'm talking about family taking over in a world title match. I'm talking about Jimmy Golden and myself that has kicked everybody's
Maybe we can find. Maybe I can find a video of it on. Is there? There's a YouTube video.
And I get the title shot with the world champion.
I bet it is kinetic too. She's pretty loony.
In the back here, get you a cup of coffee or something. We're talking about the world title match. We've taken over that contract. Jimmy and myself are going to be wrestling when it comes down to world title. Shut up!
Hey, wait a minute.
Oh damn, son.
Title match. We've taken over that contract. Jimmy and myself are going to be wrestling when it comes down to world title. Shut up!
Hey, wait a minute.
Oh my God.
Now listen to me. The title match is going to go to myself and Jimmy Golden because I run this outfit, baby.
I mean, was Macho Man was still around at that time, right? That's probably why he didn't do it. But they probably liked the rope walking part and maybe adapted it into the old school.
Wait a minute. Let me tell you something right now, buddy boy.
This is 1988 Memphis. We're in the first episode, I think, of November, if I remember right.
Think you own somebody. You might have thought you own Brickhouse Brown. You don't own Jerry Young. You don't own Cactus Jack. And we're going to wrestle those daggum guys. And I'll tell you something else. If you don't like it, buddy, I'll just tell you this. I'll quit. You can't fire me, no out.
Oh, well, there you go. So that's kind of interesting. They telegraphed this happening. Maybe someone can explain to me the rationale. They told us that this was happening before we saw it. In the previews, they told us about the team breaking up and we're facing each other in Evansville, but they hadn't broken up yet. Like, my brain was kind of broken there for a second.
sounds of that shit on my face. But I own you, and you might as well get ready to this. And if you're gonna quit, I can.
Hey, now listen. I got my job back at the gas station.
And I quit that bimbo, and I quit this. And let's get out of here, Jack. I'm gone.
Oh, man, that was nice. This is so Keno to me. It's like so Hollywood. You get the guys walking away. They're confident. They got the belts. They're getting a world title shot. They don't need the stud stable. They don't need to put up with it. They're just like not only calmly walking away, they're like confidently walking away, and then just boom from behind. Beautiful. This is 1988 Memphis, November, I think. How you doing, Guarov? Sorry, I think it's Guarov, right? Dave Brown saved the segment. How dare you, Daninsky? This is a masterpiece segment.
Bruno wants to know what's happening here, too. What's going on? Oh, Jack, boy.
Hurricane Paro sent me his latest art, but how do you think that do you think Hurricane Paro doesn't watch wrestling with us anymore on Fridays because of Robert Fuller's reputation for having a BWC?
He must have hit on that chair when he went over. He got a big cut on his forehead, Bruno.
That might get Paro pissed off. Ooh, Cactus is open, ain't he?
Now they got Cactus Jack again, both of them.
Oh, man, he is. Nice.
Jack trying to get back on his feet, being hammered back down by Golden and kicked by Fuller.
Oh, look at... Ooh, Sylvia putting it on Bruno. Man, there's just something about watching Sylvia assault people that's just fantastic.
Like Fuller and Golden have
Is that why I keep watching Dork TV?
And Young's belts. Yeah, look at Golden. Got around his waist. They're leaving with their belts here.
Oh my God, look at this outfit she's got on. Gold shoes, animal print, capri tights. Look at the camera awareness, by the way, from Sylvia. Very nice.
Let's go to a break and let's see if we can get some help for all these guys out here.
Boy, I guess. Gary Young looks like he's giving birth. Man. What's up, Randy?
Championship Wrestling comes to Davies County High School in Owensboro, Kentucky.
Hey, Randy, do you know how Daninsky referred to Kinetic Kell, who we all know is this kind, gentle soul that's just trying to, play her music and make her way in the world? Do you know what Daninsky said about her? He called her Kinetic Coochie.
Don't miss it. Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum, 6 big matches.
Or he referenced her Kinetic Coochie. I couldn't believe it.
Vicious and Mean Mike Miller to start it off.
She dresses like every middle-aged lady at CVS, yes.
Title shot. In action also, Brickhouse Brown. In the CWA
I just like the gold. I love the gold-plated shoes with like the, I don't know if it was zebra or black and white cheetah stripe
held by Jeff Jarrett. He puts it on the line for the very first time against the former champion, the flamboyant.
How old would Sylvia be now? She's probably in her 20s here.
Television today.
So in her 60s.
Jimmy Golden, the stud stable with Sylvia against Cactus Jack and Gary Young with Downtown Bruno. That's the CWA title. The main event, the AWA title against the world-class heavyweight title. Jerry the King Lawler against the modern-day warrior, Kerry Von Erich. Buddy Landell and Dutch Mantell.
And as a special bonus for fans at no additional ticket price, Kevin Von Erich will not be appearing.
Winner gets a shot at the prestigious CWA title.
Tell us the future. I've had to fire her.
Some very special comments to share with us. Let's go to that now on Championship
Wrestling. The suits in Palo Alto said no. Oh, everybody, please. What I'd like to have right now is for all of you people in the chat to do this. Let's listen. Let's give Dutch Mantell the respect that he deserves while he's out here addressing us. He is a veteran of this business. Every word that drips from his lips should be treated like gold. So let's show Dutch Mantell the proper respect that he deserves by having the crowd remain silent during this interview. Thank you.
Oh, I got my poncho on in my hat. I got my poncho on because it's cold.
Kinetic cornhole.
I'm going to
Wow.
tell you one thing. I got a little project standing in front of me because
I never
want to get a
considered that.
shot at Phil Hickerson and that CWA title. But the only way I can do it, they tell me, is I got to go through another top contender. That contender
But
being
now-
Nature Boy, Buddy Landell. Now, Buddy, me and you've been up and down the roads before, and I know that you're a top wrestler and you know a lot of things. You've been going back and forth to Japan. You've been training hard. But I'm going to tell you what, I didn't get the name Dirty by being a nice guy. And when I
You
come
got
at
that
you,
right.
buddy, I know you know a lot of dirty tricks, and you didn't write the book. I wrote the book on being dirty. And if that's what it takes to get a shot at Phil Hickerson, CWA...
Hey, maybe you guys didn't hear me. I said we needed to have silence and respect for Dutch Mantel.
crown, then I guess that's what I'm going to have to do. So
I think that's such an easy way to piss off a crowd. Like if you don't know anything about them or you don't really have your character really dialed in. I just think demanding the audience's respect and silence always pisses people off.
when it's all over,
I thought it'd be cool too if you come out with somebody like I would want to be a manager, so like with my charge or whatever, and come out and then like, you get people wouldn't know if you were a heel or not or whatever. So maybe you get a little bit of applause, but no matter what happened to like say that you were going to go back again because maybe the crowd didn't understand like who was in the ring and that they didn't realize that these were the people that they had actually paid the money to see. So we're going to go back and come in again. And this time we expect to, be greeted as the wrestling legends that we are.
over with, and it's all said and done, buddy, you give it your best shot, I'll give it mine. Hickerson, you look at that door and you're going to see your next opponent, and it's going to be me.
All right. Boy, I tell you what a mess out here. As
What a
Cactus
mess.
Jack, they're checking. Oh, great. Here they come back again. Yeah, we see it. Yeah.
Look at Robert Fuller. He is a mess. This guy's having the time of his life. He's just wrecking Memphis. Like in a good way, though. Oh, Sylvia.
We own these belts, boys, and that's the way it's going to stay. The cream of the crop bears right to the tournament and milk there, baby, and that's exactly what
Look at Sylvia. She tries to get a word in, but if he doesn't roll with it, she just lets it go and moves on, and she's just supportive. A regular Linda of her era.
Baby, we're fight and die for one another. There ain't nothing we won't do for one another. And as far as these belts go, we got them, Daddy. We ain't never
He
gonna
does
lose
have a
them.
lot of hair. It'd be tough to keep track.
The kind of champions we are. We're going to mix it up with these boys right here. Championship style. We're putting up the title.
Championship style.
Tag team champions of the Mid-South.
You know who the tag team champions of the CWA are. I know who's got the belts, but you're not the champions. You stole the belts. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, they're going to put the belts.
Yeah, we gonna wrestle Gary Young, ain't we, Linda? Yeah, we gonna keep these CWA tag team titles. Ain't that right, Linda?
Up here in a match.
That's right.
They don't even have the belts. How are they going to put it? Well, they have them, but they're not theirs legally.
What's up,
How are they
Cosa
gonna put
Nostra?
them on the line? All right, we got
I'm merely a
Fuller
I'm merely a
in
vessel
right
for the
now,
void.
Nonetheless, and Alan Reynolds teamed with Chris Frazier here. We've got a tag team match scheduled. And in spite of what Fuller and Golden say, it's not a championship match because they don't have the belts to put up. Even though they are in possession of them. Now you're just stealing them from Cactus Jack and gorgeous Gary Young. Cactus Jack and Gary Young were guaranteed a shot at the World
just
Tag
cracks me
titles
up
by
sometimes.
winning those belts in a tournament. And promoter Eddie Marlin is in the final stages of negotiating that right now. Well, Fuller has decided that for he and Golden, since he runs the stud stable, that they were going to take over that title shot for themselves. Well, you can imagine Cactus Jack and Gary Young, especially Gary, were not happy about that at all. Sylvia with
Look at her going to work.
yet another kendo stick. She broke one out here over downtown Bruno's head earlier. Chris Frazier picked up by Golden, and he throws him right back in the ring.
Chris Frazier wrestling twice on this card. This has to be still the
Robert
first
Fuller.
episode. Yeah.
Stomping on him with that big boot. That's that right boot, the one of that real thick sole he claimed
Shirt
was
on the ground.
an orthopedic necessity.
Orthopedic Necessity. That's a good band name.
100% sure he loads up. Got a piece of steel in here or something. Alan Reynolds backdrop
Kinetic
by Jimmy Golden.
cornhole,
Fuller
apparently.
and Golden is controlling this match at will. They pick him up on
Kendo
the hair.
stick or
Golden does.
Singapore cane.
Alan Reynolds head.
Here it would probably be the kendo stick. Properly, I would say kendo stick or rattan cane, but in America, certainly after the incident, the Singapore cane carried much more weight, or like when you heard that, you immediately knew like what was going to happen.
Off into the top turnbuckle from outside. Robert Fuller's choking him using the top rope.
We need to do a revisit his coverage of that week, or maybe it was a weekend in his town of like a bunch of bikers came into town and he like drove around with Linda and documented it. We watched one of the videos, but there's a bunch of them.
There's the tag.
3
Robert
months.
Fuller will be coming in.
That motherfucker should be in jail for life. That was one of my favorite Heathen promos.
Goes Alan Reynolds.
For life.
Alan and Chris Frazier having a very, very tough day here against Fuller and Golden.
Yep.
There's a double slam by Fuller and Golden. Whoa! Chris Frazier minding his own business back in the corner. Golden went over and just nailed him with a right hand. Knocked him off the apron.
I think nowadays people would be given what some of the prison systems are like in some countries. Like, they'd probably be like, yeah, just hit me with the cane and let me leave. Thank you.
Sylvia's over around, you can't see her, but she's over around working on Chris Frazier with that kendo stick. Now that he's down, she goes over and hits on him with that stick. Oh, Reynolds.
Oh, Alan Reynolds blew that one.
Oh, Reynolds.
Oh, no.
Got tangled up in the ropes there.
Let's not talk about Kinetic Kells. Sweet little ginger snap.
Jimmy Golden
Wow.
picks him up. Now we're going on 3 minutes of this match.
What
It
a
has been
what
all
a
stable.
statement.
One.
Let's get that on a
Only
t-shirt.
2 count. Golden picks him up. Yeah, pick him up. Don't pin him. You gotta hurt somebody.
Kinetic Kell, though, definitely not a trad girl.
Right fist by Jimmy Golden.
She
Alan
posted a
Reynolds
bunch of
down on the mat,
engagement
right in the
baits,
center of the ring.
engagement bait
Chris Frazier
shorts
back up
over
on
the
his
weekend.
feet. You can see him on the right of the screen there struggling to get back up on the ring apron.
I don't know if that influenced the decision from the suits or not.
Not in much shape to relieve his partner.
What's up,
however.
Cody?
Both of them have been beat up pretty bad by these guys. Alan Reynolds again slammed into the top turnbuckle.
I had to join a
Golden
Zoom
double
meeting
teaming
about it.
Back in their corner.
They were like, "Listen, we know you like this kid, but we gotta throw this fish back and let her cook for a bit."
Right fist, and boy did he pop it.
They're all from 1920s New York.
Out here enjoying themselves by beating up Alan Reynolds and Chris Frazier.
Double wide and elbow deep, ATF media.
Robert Fuller. Jerry Young attacked his guy.
Oh, here we go.
Kendo stick. Bruno's after Sylvia.
Well, Gary Young has had enough. Cody Turbo got here just in time.
Well, the match is over.
Oh, he's got his head all taped up.
Did he get both of them? I think he did. He left his hat here. There they go. Cactus Jack and Gary Young chasing them out into the hallway. Here comes Gary Young back. He didn't get both belts. Gary's got one of them. Fuller, I thought he did. He dropped one of those belts there. So Gary Young has got at least one of them back. Fuller and Golden have the other. And
We're going to have to figure out a way to get these belts back together again.
Lock the door back over there.
I don't know how we're going to do it.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's
Yeah, exactly.
take a break right here, and
He was
we'll be
looking at
back
you,
in
kid.
just a moment.
Now drop the ginger snap.
Don't miss Super Clash 3, Tuesday, December 13th, live from Chicago, Illinois, UIC Pavilion. The biggest wrestling event ever, and you can see it as it happens in your own home. The CWA, AWA, World Class, POW, and other associations the world over come together for an unforgettable evening of wrestling action.
I like how they took out all the anything of the people talking about the event. They copyright claimed all that, but they'll let us sit here and watch this fucking boring ad for it. Yeah, Gary, man, he came to life here.
Out here just a moment. First, here's Eddie Marlin. Eddie? Boy.
Let me interrupt you just a moment here. Cactus Jack, Gary Young, Bruno came back in the dressing room. They
Wonder
were
how many
real
buys
upset.
Superclass do.
Robert Fuller, them's got one of their belts. They've got one belt, and they want a match with Fuller and Golden. And they told me if I would give them the match, I wouldn't have to worry about going to the dressing room and get that belt because they would take it themselves right here in the ring. And I gave them the match. The match has been signed, and I'm glad somebody finally said, "You got that right, Eddie Martin. I'm going to take it myself. Let me tell you something."
It looks like, according to most sources, 40 to 45,000 people bought the show. Which, to put it into like context, WWE was doing about over 400,000 buys per pay-per-view. So 40 to 45,000, like, to me, I was thinking like, wow, that's way more than I thought. But when you look at the market, you know what I mean?
Listen to you. You think you own people. You don't own nobody. You don't own nothing. And I want to tell you something, brother. You bring that I want to tell you something. Bills don't go around dead, man.
Whoa, look at Cactus. He looks badass. What a team this is, too. We got Gary Young and Cactus Jack managed by Downtown Bruno. Where's the Mattel 3-pack of this?
It's going to be a CWA tag title match between those guys who rightfully own the belts. Cactus Jack and Gary Young going against Fuller and Golden. So that match is, in fact, signed and will be coming up. Right now,
look at the ring stairs.
We've got the referee, Jerry Calhoun.
Who's this guy?
A couple of guys coming in.
Oh, man, the Grim Reapers. I'm just going to be real. The guy that's dressed like a luchador, I like that guy.
Those are the Grim Reapers. I don't know where they're from, out of parts unknown at 485. And across the way from Bardstown, Kentucky, Todd Morton.
Oh, in the 90s?
From Australia, the superstar, Bill Dundee.
I agree, yeah. I mean, Cornette's done a bunch of videos. I'm sure tons of people have. Cornette says that the reason that all that happened is because it was a time when, like, wrestling drew normal fans. Like, just regular, everyday people who were really passionate about going and were willing to spend money to go and buy stuff at the concession stand, buy stuff at the merch stand, but they weren't like, being a wrestling fan wasn't their like defining trait, you know what I mean? Like they were always at the shows, but they were just normal people. And Cornette, that's like his theory, is that they've lost the normal fans. The only people that are left are the marks. In a bad way, I mean. The way Russo talks about it.
Jerry Calhoun's the referee of this one. Tag team action, looking forward.
WCW is doing 180,000. That seems about, yeah, that's understandable.
How do we tell them apart here? One is black and yellow and one is all black, I guess. He's the one who's wearing all black. I guess for our purposes today,
WWE was pretty hot.
Number one.
Yeah, Cactus Jack was just out there a second ago.
Young wrestler out of Bardstown, Kentucky.
This guy here looks fucking awesome.
Bill Dundee.
I'd like to manage this guy. Is he still alive?
He still is. You learn something every time you step in there when you're in with a veteran like Dundee. He is a superstar.
They're going places, yeah.
Excellent tag team.
WCW. Cactus is going to ride it in the air.
And Grim Reaper number 1 is out of the ring and being consoled by his partner down here on the floor.
We've got to find, I'm sure they had to have had matches, if not a bunch of matches. Bill Dundee and Honky Tonk Man. I want to see those matches.
You go in and take care of him, he told his partner. The Grim Reaper number 2 is in there now. Todd Morton wraps up that left arm.
WWE wasn't doing crap back then in 1988.
That put Todd Morton down to the mat. Morton quickly back up on his feet, though. Hair pulling again by the Grim Reaper. Morton
Are they both just the Grim? Why is this?
The referee saw it.
Look, can we discuss something? Does this outfit look grim to you? It looks happy. It looks upbeat, positive, vibrant. I wouldn't exactly say this guy looks like a Grim Reaper. He looks like a as Eric McHenry would say, an adventurous Reaper. Mr. Sacco's. Oh, that was always so gross.
The Reaper took a swing at Todd Morton, but Morton moved out of the way, and he's the one that had the balance, and he's the one that took control. Over to the corner. Here comes Dundee. Little guy from Australia.
Little guy from Australia.
I think he will tell you in his own mind he never has. He's always felt.
Speaking of weird, overly intimate finishers, I heard that Daninsky wanted to take a stink face from Kinetic Hell.
I thought Bill was going to go for a cover there, but he didn't. He just walked across the forehead of Grim Reaper number 2.
Oh, he's Grim Reaper number 2.
Grim Reaper on the mat. Dundee putting a twist. He's putting pressure on the shoulder and elbow with that hold.
There were so many great T-shirts too. Oh my God, so many great T-shirts from this era in
He really wanted
WWF.
to pop him, but the referee says don't do that, so he's right back out without doing it.
The purple Macho Man sunglasses, the Jake,
Puts him down on the mat. Count is 2.
Hot Rod.
2 counts all he got.
They went downhill after Uncle Omer left. They couldn't find quality timepieces anymore at affordable prices.
For a 3 count and a victory for himself and Dundee here. Grim Reaper.
The ginger snap. There you
To
go.
the turnbuckle. Now he's got Todd up in the air and slams him. He makes the tag, and Grim Reaper number 1's coming in. Go, Todd, go, the crowd says. Todd went. He moved out of the way, and the Reaper.
See, I'll go back to the suits and I'll be like, hey, listen, I told them that, you said we had to cut Kinetic Hell, and they spent the whole stream talking about her. And they're like, yeah, but they were talking about her holes, not her content.
Ended up just hitting the mat. Todd makes the tag. While
Corporate
he's in the corner.
America,
Good
right?
Move. Keep a fresh man in there every chance you can. Over in the
Does it
rope,
matter
the
what we're
referee
talking
will not
about,
continue the
as long as
count.
we're
He
talking
stops it.
about her?
Reaper back up on his feet now. 3 minutes, 45 seconds gone in this one.
None of them have ever done drugs, true. Especially not Jerry the King Lawler. Had a Sting T-shirt.
Dundee wrapping up the left arm. Oh, he got him right across the
What
eye.
other ones were from this time though? Tito had a funny T-shirt.
Now he's got him in the corner. Hammering
Let me
him
see
with
if I
his
can
fist.
find the Tito Santana one. I remember it being really funny.
Presses out of the corner. 1, 2. He got it.
There we go. Tito Santana
Bill
vintage
Dundee and
shirt.
Todd Morton. Great teamwork there in this tag team
Maybe
match.
I'm
And in
hallucinating.
the end, it was
Yes,
Dundee
here it
with a
is.
flying
Okay.
press out of the corner that put the Reaper down for the 3 count, and they're
I don't
controlling
know if you'll be
each
able to
other
see
as they
this
have
real
just
well.
lost
Wait, is
the
this
match
it,
as
or is
they
this a
head
new
back
shirt? This might
for
be a
the
new one.
dressing room. Right now, we're going to have you listen to this, and then we'll be back
No,
for
it says
more of
the
championship wrestling.
classic Santana shirt. This is what kind of what I was imagining. It's like a real simple cartoon likeness of him.
Pavilion, the biggest wrestling event ever, and you can see it as it happens in your own home. The CWA, AWA.
If it wasn't that exact one, it was definitely one like that, but I think that was it. Oh no, maybe this is it.
Contact your local cable
Well, this is
operator
the same
today and
picture.
see Super Class 3.
Yeah, I think this is the same one,
December
right?
13th in your home on your TV.
I like how they have
Yeah,
the
we had
sombrero,
Mean Mike
but like he
Miller
never
here
wore
earlier.
a sombrero.
We heard about Mean Mike Miller, and we saw him stalking around the hallway. Well, he came in and proved why they call him Mean Mike, as he defeated Chris Frazier. Sid Vicious, 300 pounds plus. He towers over his opponents. Downtown Bruno brought him in here, and Bruno says he may be the toughest man in wrestling, and he just may
How
be.
would
He's
Kinetic?
certainly
Well,
one of the
Kinetic
biggest.
Hell might like
He
that.
went in
She's
and,
trying to lean
defeated a
into the degeneracy.
275-pound opponent very easily here today. Jerry Lawler, Jeff Jarrett won their match over Keith Eric and Tim Woodard.
We'll steal
It was
Joe
Robert Fuller and Jimmy
Shabatoni putting
Golden
Grace
getting a win
Thorpe
by
fire
disqualification
emoji.
over
We'll
Alan
put
Reynolds
Kinetic
and
Kel
David Johnson,
fire
as Cactus
emoji,
Jack and Gary Young
pie
interfered in
emoji.
that understandably. Then Bill Dundee and Todd Morton in 2 straight defeating the Grim Reapers. We're all out of time. Lance will be back next week. Until then, I'm Dave Brown. So long, everybody.
That was a pretty good episode. I mean, that big brawl was awesome where Cactus was like dripping blood all over the floor. They should have had it covering his crotch. Yes. Like in the Shawn Michaels with the World Heavyweight Championship. Dutch Mantel. I think you could be that could be right because he does own like hundreds of his own trading cards. He got a figure with Mattel, but as Zeb Coulter. And I don't, did he have a Dutch figure anywhere else? Maybe like Figures Toy Company made one of him or something at some point, I don't know. But Dutch had like a shit ton of his trading cards, so he may have bought the entire stock.
My kind of folks. Lance Russell and Dave Brown right along ringside, all ready to go in another big
Oh, Lance is
day
back.
of
I gotta go
championship
get a cold
wrestling.
drink. I
Before
can't
you
deal
get
with
into
this
the
room
card, I got
temperature.
to show you. At a special request, I have been told this is a first. And boy, when you start talking, hey, come on, guys,
Come on, Lance.
give me a break, will you?
Something that we want to say.
Yeah, I'll bet you do. Hey, you're a little early. You're supposed to be on down last in the 6th man.
Well, it
You're
don't
not.
matter. We just might take over the program and do what we want. But what we want is Todd Morton. Todd Morton, you're a punk. You hide behind Bill Dundee. We come out here right now
Here we
and
go.
challenge
Yes.
You don't want to get no single matches in the ring or nothing else. You're nothing but a coward.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
well, that's your opinion.
Dog, coward. He hides behind Dundee, and the only reason he hides behind Dundee is because he's probably the only person shorter than Dundee in professional wrestling. So, Todd Morton, this is a challenge from the RPM. Bring your little short can out here now.
George South.
You're not involved in a match with Todd Morton today. You're in a 6.
Was it George South that came out with like he made some video with Brian Turner saying that like he was gonna get his revenge on hang on a second, let me see. He cut somebody cut a big promo on let's see. I don't think it was. No, it was George Goulas, or the Goulas guy that I think was gonna. Here we go. This is from a month ago, by the way.
And I hated George double than what I hated Nick, because he was a complete idiot. Complete idiot.
It helps that he had talents rather than someone like, let's say, George Goulas.
Nick, George Goulas was so horrible. And I'm serious. It was really an embarrassment, Vera.
I started laughing when I heard that because I've heard that also. I did not spend a lot of time around George Goulas. I was a fan when he was wrestling in Louisville. I got his autograph on numerous occasions because he was the only one that would actually come out and stand there at the merchandise table and wait for people to ask him for his autograph.
Back me on this.
Yeah.
George Goulas was the worst professional wrestler of all time.
I personally, and I've seen a lot of wrestling in my 63 years, I personally have never seen anybody worse and less over than George Goulas.
Worse and less over.
That's just my.
We can try and watch about a bit. Let's see. But I think he's in the golden trunks. There we go. Look at those punches. So he's in the golden trunks. Jeff Daniels and Gypsy Joe versus Dante and George Goulas and someone else. Look at these punches.
Gypsy Joe. God, he is horrible. Look. Oh my God.
It's still on. Bring it on.
So that was George Goulas, who apparently he said a month ago that he had a message for these guys and he was going to come out and I guess do an interview or address them somehow. It seems very Boyd. It's with Brian Turner from Brian Turner VHS Rehab.
Man, match.
We will be
I think.
involved in a match if he's got any guts.
Yeah, well,
It's with one of them.
today, so if you guys will just let us get on with the opening of the show, we'll see you down toward the end of the show.
Still
He's not
on.
coming out here, and we're not changing.
It'll
the card.
never be
That's
over.
exactly why.
You can put it on. Okay, listen, we gotta get on with it here. Would you guys please leave here and let me go? All right, we'll get back and mention this a little bit later. In there, I was going to say this is an absolute
It's still
first.
on.
I don't know whether you can clearly distinguish
One
the
thing
color
about
of that
Dutch
sit
Mantel, he
down
stinks.
a pink
I'm
wrestling match.
I'm,
now this
ignoring
is out
all those
here at the
comments.
request of the Beauty and the Beast that we will be seeing later, because they don't wrestle on any trashy ring cover like we've got up there. We're
Wow.
gonna go with a pink mat cover. Add a little color to the show right there. Okay, we're gonna be ready to go with
Wasn't
a
Flair
handicap
supposed to be
match
at
up here in the ring in
AEW
just a
and
moment.
didn't show up, or he had a health
Before we get to
something?
it,
Smith Hart.
talking about the guy that will be involved and the head of the stud stable, the Tennessee stud, Robert.
Oh, look at Robert
Be on
Fuller.
top of the world here
That
and
belt
the
literally
stable
just
has
looks
some
like a
problems, but before
belt
you-
buckle.
Eyes feel too big. Before you get to just wallowing in a little bit, let me tell you about it. I got something else here, some big news to talk to you about. I'm talking about Sid
Wow, look at
Vicious,
Sylvia.
the hottest thing in the stable right now. The man of men right here. The man that's going right to the top, baby, and winning it all. I'm talking Sid Vicious.
Going top for myself. That's right. Lance, you can step aside for a second. I want everybody out there to know that my name is Sid Vicious, and that's what it says, and that's what I am.
Sid's like, Robert Fuller, stop bullying Cactus Jack in the studio. Thank you.
Vicious. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be vicious to everybody out here, and I'm gonna start with these two jabrones that are gonna be in here this morning.
It is a good, I mean, it is a good, very like
Get on the
Diesel-esque
inside, baby. Lance,
look.
Let me tell you something, baby. This man
Let me
right
tell you
here
something.
is going to be putting down guys high.
Yeah, it's
south.
just an
You got
average
two of 'em
Texas
right
belt
here.
buckle.
If you had four of them, he'd do it just as easy. This is the
Rodney
greatest attraction
Napper
wrestling will
and
ever
Chris
see.
Frazier
This
versus
thing is
Sid
bigger than
Vicious.
Andre the Giant or
Oh my
anybody.
God,
This man
fantastic.
is it. I'm talking Sid Vicious.
Okay, some of my all-time favorite Memphis matches are handicap squash matches. Joe LaDuke, Bam Bam Bigelow. I think, what's his name had some, Big Bubba.
Well, we have all that previous build-up on it. Now we're going to get a chance to see him in the ring. Dave?
All right, Sid Vicious stepping up into the ring right there. Rodney Napper is set to go against him.
Look
This
at
is a
Rodney
handicap
Napper.
match.
Oh man, he's going after everybody.
And Chris Frazier both. And one at a time, they try to take on
Sid Vicious' hair looked like ramen noodles.
I hate to say it, but I kind of agree with Robert.
There we
Look
go.
at that. I've seen Sid Vicious in action, and I think if he had four in there all
Look,
at
he's
the same
telling the
time,
other guy to hurry up and get in the
Vicious
ring.
would give him some kind of battle.
Well, I know that he
You're not gonna
goes
come in
over
and help your
300.
friend,
I don't know
pussy?
exactly what. Do we
That's
have
what I'd
any
say.
Well, he
specs
won't
on
tell you.
this guy?
He says he weighs 300 plus. That's all you need to know. I said, where you from? He said, ain't nobody's business.
Remember how a couple times they've mislabeled him as being Ken Raper for some reason?
You guys don't get the message, do you?
Or was it the other way around? No, it was definitely, there was more Raper than there actually was.
And everything else, we come out here and we make a challenge. And after Mr. Vicious gets finished with these guys here, we want Morton out here. You know something, Tommy? Morton is nothing but a yellow-bellied coward. And as soon as Sid gets through with his idiots, we're going to show you just how yellow he really is, Lance.
Yeah, well, I know what I'm still telling you, don't come out here and down on the floor, Rodney. Yeah, I know.
Oh
what
my
you
God.
I'm still telling you, don't come out here and down on the floor, Rodney Napper.
Oh my
being
God.
destroyed. I'm still
Broke a
telling
hip.
you, don't come out here and down on the floor, Rodney Napper. Being destroyed by by Sid Vicious.
Good God.
As this Vicious,
Rodney Napper is paralyzed.
for he is a giant.
The Morton, if he ever gets out here, it's going to be...
Hey, listen, I would remind you that
Well, I
it was
think
Morton
Ben's
and
tried to
Dundee
make that
that
argument
you guys out of the
before
Southern
Daninsky.
Division.
That little punk kid to do it. That's right. They had to cheat, Lance. They're not like us. We got the rules.
Maybe he debated Glenn Lawrence.
How much guts this Morton's got. You know, I don't think he's got any. Like
Great, great man. Oh, he's going to still do it. Ooh, man, perfect.
Ice cream somewhere, Lance Russell.
Vicious 1, 2, 3.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right there at one time, and that's gonna be
Sid really shining here. High IQ performance from Sid. There, you can look at him, high IQ. He's friends with the original rock and roll tag team.
Get out of here. Wait until you come in here. You're down here on the left. I'll tell you what we've got. We got a video we'll just go to. You guys
Poor Rodney. That man, when he slammed him on the outside, like, oh.
It's going to be a Texas Tornado tag title match. And that means all.
I think it's because he put him down Ric Flair style, like how Rick would always take the bumps on his hip instead of flat back. Like the guy didn't have a chance to let his feet hit, let his feet hit to absorb some of the impact. He put him right down on his hip.
4 guys in falls count anywhere, and that's just one of the big tags. Oh, you guys, I hate to put it this
look
way.
at these
I'm
guys.
I'm tired of seeing you after what you did on the show. They're going to see
All
it.
we did is exactly what we said we were going to do, Russell. We pulled the biggest magic trick you've ever seen, and you're going to see it in just a few minutes when you watch Todd Morton turn into from a human
Maniac
being
Mike
and a
maybe
midget
is
wrestler
even
into a
seems even
canary.
crazier with the
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a point.
Without the
Morton,
bleach
you stuck your
blonde.
nose in with a rock and roll RPMs. Anybody that does that gets it knocked off. And we got 1 down and 1 to go, Russell. And that little.
Oh, I missed him throwing him out of the ring.
That may be the hardest one for you to get over the hump with, I'll tell you for a living fact, because Dundee doesn't take that kind of stuff lightly. Dutch Mantell coming to town to wrestle Jeff Jarrett. Here's what the Dutchman had to say.
You know, Jeff Jarrett, I'm not trying to tout my own horn, but I
Tout
don't think
my
you
own
could
horn.
half of me if the other half was helping you. Now, I know you're the world
I'm not trying to be the barrier of bad
I like
news.
titles, and I like belts, and I like to put all of them around my waist that I can at any given time. But let me say one thing. You may be the world-class champion, and that's a Texas title. And guess who taught those Texas boys how to wrestle? I did. So you tried to learn and win from them what I taught them. Now, go back to can the pupil beat the teacher. Now, you learn from them. I taught them.
You're making me look bad, Dutch. Get it together.
Training. But I'm going to tell you what, it's a junior heavyweight title. I'll tell you what I'll do, Jeff Jarrett.
He's blanket queer? Wow.
I'll get down to that junior heavyweight category, and I'll come in there, and I'll take that world-class.
What did Dutch Mantell do to the chat? That's what I want to know.
And put it on mine. Now, I know your daddy's Jerry Jarrett, very close.
Because you know what Dutch would say, the same thing he told Lance Russell when it came to Bill Dundee and Buddy Landell. He never stopped liking them. They just stopped liking him.
If you want to make inroads in the world of professional wrestling, you're going to have to fight people like me, so you better get used to it, because I'm coming after you, and I'm coming after you hard.
Well,
I'm coming, and I'm coming hard.
Something else that I didn't go out of town for a week, and everything happens. We want to say hello to Randy Hales, who is
shout out to
watching,
EFD.
I'm glad to hear he's feeling.
We're going to give a shout out to Randy Hales. He's currently stranded. He needs a loan to get a hotel room and a bus ticket. If anybody out there could spot him the cash, right down here to the studios and let us know.
Better shoot. I didn't know he'd been in the hospital and all that kind of stuff. Really been under the weather a couple of weeks here. I go out of town and you fall apart, Randy.
Yeah, that was not a good promo from Dutch.
Listen, and while we were out of town last week, Dave had to have quite a session, right?
Boy, this was the thing where Gary Young and Cactus Jack won the CWA Southern Tag titles and earned the right for a shot at the world-class world titles.
Yeah.
And they come out here with the interview, and Robert Fuller starts talking, saying, yeah, when Jimmy and I go after those world belts. Well, what he was going to try to do is take that title shot from Gary Young and Cactus Jack, who had earned it.
Maniac Mike is one of the all-time. He's just a great territory guy.
Take a look at what happened last week.
I want to congratulate them as well as Phil Hickerson, our CWA champion. Here's the two.
Oh, this is when things went south. Sylvia.
In just a minute, because fellas, we got another bit of good news for you. I hear the world-class world tag team champions now are going to be marching their tail right in here. And who to meet but myself and the gentleman Jimmy Golden right here. Jack and I get the title shot. We're the ones that won the title. Don't you remember that?
I can't believe what a degenerate Daninsky is toward poor Kinetic Kel.
What I'm talking about is a world title match. And I'm talking about family taking over in a world title match. I'm talking about Jimmy Golden and myself that has kicked everybody's butt.
Whoa.
Wait a minute. What's your problem, Jerry? You got a misunderstanding here. Cactus Jack and I get the title shot with the world champion. No, we won the title. We won the titles in the back here. Get you a cup of coffee or something.
Get you a cup of coffee or something.
We've taken over that contract. Jimmy and myself are going to be wrestling when it comes down to world title.
Oh, yeah.
Now listen to me. The title match is going to go with myself and Jimmy Golden because I run this outfit, baby.
I run Bartertown. Look at Sylvia, just nodding in approval.
Right now, buddy boy. You might think you own somebody. You might have thought you own Brickhouse Brown. You don't own Jerry Lawler. You don't own Cactus Jack. And we're going to wrestle those daggum guys. And I'll tell you something else. If you don't like it, buddy, I'll just tell you.
All I had for breakfast was a Jones soda, Mortal Kombat 2 limited edition, Shao Kahn, orange and cream soda.
And you might as well get ready to that. And if you're going to quit, I can follow you, baby. I'm going to get on the mountain.
What did Bruno do? He, Robert Fuller was talking about taking over the tag team scene, and he was talking about, like, he and Jimmy Golden were going to be the ones doing it, and there are... Cactus Jack and Gary Young are the champions already. They have the CWA belts. So they're kind of like, hey, you know, we've already got our title shot. Like, we've got that under control. That's what Bruno was relaying to Robert Fuller, but Robert Fuller didn't take that criticism, you know, constructively, and that's how things escalated, unfortunately. For fans of the Stud Stable. Great. Oh, man, I love that shot. So good. Pure Keno. This would just make you love wrestling. Look at Sylvia. She's making sure everything's in working order. Robert Fuller is just a complete animal during this run. He is always out here starting all these riots and brawls every single episode.
Now they got Cactus Jack again, both of them, Golden and Fuller. Jack trying to get back.
Man, look at Sylvia.
Being hammered back down by Golden and kicked
Cheeks
by
showcase.
That's in a corner over here.
I actually really liked the moment where you saw her camera awareness and she almost blocked the shot but knew to pull herself back. I thought that was a really cool moment. Oh, they're not going to show it.
That's the way the stable operates. Jumping from behind. Let me tell you something.
No.
Jumping from behind or from the front or anywhere else, nobody does it better than Gentleman Jim or Robert Fuller, the Tennessee Stud. We do it and do it right, baby. Yeah. Now there's one thing
I like this look with Fuller.
If you'll shoot right down here about waist high on the old Stud boy, you'll find the problem solved right there. That's your tag team championship right there.
This guy's just a fucking nut, dude.
The other half of them has been stolen.
Oh my God.
Has been robbed from the stable, and I'm talking about.
I want to talk to people like this in real life.
Backstabbing turncoats, baby. Two guys ain't big enough for the stable. And I'm gonna tell you
Taking
something,
he's getting so mad.
As you was at the bottom of the bloodbath that took place right here, you're gonna be at the bottom of another one, and I mean a darn good one too, Lance.
Yeah, well, I can only say this, that the stable seems to be shrinking in size in here. That's Brickhouse. That's Gorgeous Gary. That's Cactus Jack having a little trouble keeping everybody under control.
I know that makes you very happy. I know any demise that I'm going to have is going to make you real happy, going to make you feel like $1 million. But I'll tell you what, I'm the one that's going to be feeling like $1 million, baby, when we get down to the building, because we're going in the ring Tornado Rouge. And what that means to you...
Absolutely, Wrestle Plunge, for sure.
If you listen very closely to me, that means all 4 of us are going to be in the ring.
Imagine him as like a sheriff with some crazy college kids coming to town, some hippies.
Balls are going to count anywhere on that floor, in the ring, or any place else. And the winner is going to be the undisputed. I'm not saying right now that Jimmy and myself aren't the champions, because we darn well are, and everybody out here knows it. And everybody come down to the building last week to see the bloodbath again.
Has Fuller passed? I don't think so.
Knows exactly who the champions are. But now we're just going to clear the whole problem up for everybody to see. You're not going to have any problem. You can be ignorant as these people out here, and you're
You could be as ignorant as these people out here.
What a champion looks like when we get done with him in a tornado match. You count on it, Lance.
Yeah, well, I'm going to count on the fact
Look how like proud Sylvia is.
One more thing. I don't want to ask Sylvia many questions, but there's one I want to ask her out here, because I think she can answer it better than I could ever say it. What do you think of downtown Bruno, darling?
Downtown Bruno? He's a low-life little scumbag, and if he keeps fooling around with me, I'm going to be
He's a low-life scumbag.
to slap his jaws.
She's gonna slap his jaws if he keeps this up.
Our excuse for a manager, more or less a man, and I'll just slap his jaws. I don't mind at all.
What a goddess.
Bruno, when she said that, she was right. That you're the lowest excuse for a manager that ever walked on this earth. And I think those 2 bums over there that's got you managing them now sure got their problems when it comes to thinking, because none of you know how to think, especially you stupid punk. And you better do just what she said, or she will slap you.
I think he's a scumbag.
All right.
I'm gonna smack
You
his
heard
jaws
from
up.
Robert Fuller, the Tennessee stud, and darling Sylvia. Well, I gotta guarantee you one thing: if you gotta have friends like that, man, you're
Who the hell are these guys?
Okay, here we go.
Oh, okay. So now, okay, you see what I mean? This makes sense. This I understand. Like, this I get it. These look like Grim Reapers. I don't know why they had that guy out dressed like Tiger Mask last time.
Has got a parts unknown, total weight of 485 pounds, and just
Young and
arrived
Cactus
at a total of
versus the Grim
492
Reapers.
with downtown Bruno, their manager, from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, Cactus Jack, and from Little Rock, Arkansas.
Can you imagine talking to people at the grocery store like Robert
They are the
Fuller?
rightful holders of the CWA Southern Tag titles. They only
Does
have
he ever
one of the
turn on
belts.
Sylvia? I have no idea. I'm assuming
One thing
eventually he
Mr.
just
Fuller,
leaves
he
the.
implied maybe, but forgot to fill you
He
in
loses
on
a
is
match
that
and
he
they leave.
Golden stole one of those belts here last week.
Yeah, I wonder.
They've
how
only had
line
one
like his
female
works to the
baby face,
extent
right?
where
The
you
one
could just
lady
take
that
one and claim that you are the
gave
champion. That is
Bruno
not the way
SPH
it
on one
works.
episode.
While we have had our
I think she's always the
differences
baby
with all
face.
3 of them, Young and Cactus Jack and Downtown Bruno. Well, it's like our mamas used to say, if you hang out with that kind of trash, it's going to rub off on you. And I'm afraid
wow.
that's what happened in their situation.
I think you're right. In there right now, Cactus Jack has one of the Reapers I thought he had in there, but he only had a 2 count on him.
Pretty good sized team, this Reaper team.
That's an interesting sell.
Yes, they are. Not too much under the 500-pound total weight class, which means that they weigh the under, but near the 250 category. So they are some rather large men wrestling under those masks. Saw him for the first time last week on Championship
Well,
Wrestling.
and they're baby faces now, I think, right?
Cactus Jack. Coming off the ropes, just powered the Reaper down to the mat. Reaper over to the corner, makes the tag. It's an illegal tag. The Reaper was not touching the turnbuckle.
Cactus is going to tell the Grim Reapers a story about how he got fired from his job because he kept bringing a knife to
Looks
work.
like things, you have a little difficulty. Your head's all patched up in there.
Well, Lance Russell, I'm going to tell you something. Sometimes you have to go
Yeah,
through a bad
ESPN
experience
does.
to
They
realize
claimed
who your
part
real
of this
friends are
video.
and who the real
They ran
class is.
AWA.
I was managing champions in here a long time before Robert Fuller or the Stud Stable ever came along, and I'm going to be managing champions in here a lot.
It's weird, but most of the claims for AWA related stuff come from WWE, but every once in a while there'll be one that says ESPN on it, but it's just like it's WWE claiming it because they own the footage that ran on ESPN. But it's kind of weird because it just says like it's some show I don't know, maybe that's just like the file that they upload for the content ID, but it says like ESPN showcase or something like that.
Long time after Robert Fuller and Sylvia in the stud stable is long gone.
Fan of current wrestling. I mean,
because it's like Mama says, it be that way some.
I don't watch it a lot, but I keep up with it through like podcasts and stuff, and if there's a story that I like, I'll watch it. I watched Evolve for a while, but I kind of quit watching it.
You know, I give you a hard time, and I give Dave a hard time, and I give these
I'm not like a hater or anything.
I'm just a hard-working guy that grew up on the street and came up the hard way. I'm just fortunate to be in
came up the hard way.
in the world and be in the position that I'm in. And I'm very happy to be here. And I think that ought to do it because Gary Young is great, baby. Cactus Jack, Gary Young, you're champions, baby. I love it.
Well, I tell you, flying, didn't he? If the Reaper had gotten up for that, he would have to be nominated for a Junior Superman or something. Young really splashed him off that rope. Gary Young, Cactus Jack in 2 minutes, 17 seconds.
2:17.
I saw pretty much all
Gary
WWF.
Young
I would just read about the other companies.
In there, and since the last time we had a chance to interview them, they have become champions and have left the stable since the last time we talked to you, Gary.
That's right, Lance. But you know, it doesn't necessarily mean
Dutch let Cactus borrow his bullwhip.
anything changes. The only thing now, our main objective is Jimmy Golden, Robert Fuller, and that little blonde bimbo Sylvia.
Oh, wow. What a statement.
I'm gonna turn Bruno loose on you, honey. But back to business. Robert, Jimmy, I hung with you guys for a long time through some good things and not so good things. And now I know what the facts are. You ain't nothing but low-life scum come from Tennessee hillbillies. Well, I'm going to show you what a West Texas butt kicking's all about. Tornado team match. That's right, baby. Titles are on the line.
Is that like when Bethadone screams and her mic cuts out until her voice moves back down? That's happened to Gary Young a couple times.
Yeah, all four of you in the ring.
We can be up in the rafters, Lance. We can be up there amongst everybody in the middle of all the And I'm so excited about having this match because I can't tell you what I want to do to these geeks.
It's one of those matches where all four of you are in the ring. There's no disqualification.
That's
it
weird.
Goes to Falls count anywhere. They tried to bleed you to death.
They sure did, Lance. And I'll tell you something right
Why is
here,
Gary
Lance.
Young trying to continue? Let it
10
go,
weeks
buddy.
I've been in that stable. I heard everything. I've been made fun of. I've been ridiculed by Robert Fuller. Said, Jack,
Did you see
you don't know
Lance
nothing.
Russell's
Maybe Robert
face?
Fuller, maybe you're right. I've been.
They you're in.
I can't tell you.
Watch his face during his
We can be up
promo.
there amongst everybody in the middle of all the. And I'm so excited about having this match because I can't tell you what I want to do to these geeks.
It's one of those matches where all four of you are in the ring. There's no disqualification.
Oh, boy.
It goes to Falls
Brutal.
count anywhere. They tried to bleed you to death.
They sure did, Lance. And I'll tell you
Look, he
something
was
right
still
here,
coming
Lance.
back in, too. Like, let it
10
go.
weeks I've been in that stable. I heard everything. I've been made fun of. I've been ridiculed by Robert Fuller. Said, Jack, you don't know nothing. And maybe Robert Fuller, maybe you're right. Because I don't know what it's like most of the time to look up and see a roof over my head. I don't know what it's like to walk into a restaurant and not have balance out their
History
eyes
of
and close their
homelessness.
children's eyes because I'm freak of nature. Walk through the door. But I know what it's like to shake your hand, Robert Fuller, to trust you with my soul. We're going to get him, Jack. And have that trust betrayed when a kendo stick come crashing over my head and my blood spilled all over the arena.
And then there's Sylvia. You know, Sylvia, you beat on my head, you put stitches in my head, but it wasn't just you. You needed Robert Fuller and Jimmy Golden to do it too. Well, I'm going to tell you something, Sylvia. You might bring a kendo stick, I'll bring a kendo stick. You bring a chair, I'll bring a chair. You try to get in my way, you try to interfere with downtown Bruno, I'll knock you out just like the stinking piece of garbage that you are. And you know why, Lance? You know why?
Well, see, Daninsky, that's why you've got somebody like Bruno. He can come in and he'll say whatever, and you'll completely forget about that shitty Gary Young promo. And because you're just excited about what Bruno has to say. You need that closer to come in and that can make up for a lot, I think, earlier in the segment. See, there he goes.
Gorgeous Gary Young, and I believe they're hot and ready ready for that confrontation with him, huh?
Let's watch this save from Bruno one more time. He's like, I gotta cut in.
When a kendo stick come crashing over my head and my blood spilled all over the arena.
And then there's Sylvia. You know, Sylvia, you beat on my head, you put stitches in my head, but it wasn't just you. You needed Robert Fuller and Jimmy Golden to do it too. Well, I'm going to tell you something, Sylvia. You might bring a kendo stick, I'll bring a kendo stick. You bring a chair, I'll bring a chair. You try to get in my way, you try to interfere with downtown Bruno, I'll knock you out just like the stinking piece of garbage.
He's going to knock out Sylvia.
You know why? Because it's like Mama said, it beats that way.
Look at him strut off.
Jerry Young, and I believe they're hot and ready for that confrontation with him, huh?
We're going to take a break and be back in just a moment.
He saved it big time, I think. Sent the people home happy with the catchphrase and the strut off.
It gives us an opportunity to run over the entire card, and by golly, we're proud of it because it's a dandy coming up Wednesday night there in the Evansville Coliseum. The final match is going to be that Tornado Tag title match. Now, do you understand that when Cactus Jack and Gorgeous Gary Young climb in there, ex-members of the stud stable, against Robert Fuller and Jimmy Golden, all four are going to be in the ring at the same time. There's no disqualification. Falls are going to count anywhere. When I'm talking about fall counts anywhere, because it's simply a one-fall match. And then somebody is going to walk out of there with those CWA titles firmly around their waist. Additionally,
it's got to feel good to come out and nail it like that when your team's
takes on Dutch
struggling.
Mantel in a challenge for it. You're going to be seeing Todd Morton. Well, you got an idea about what's coming up with Todd Morton and Bill Dundee will be going against the Rock and Roll RPMs. Sid Vicious will be against Brickhouse Brown.
Ooh,
lots of
wow,
other action coming Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum. You ought to be there.
You ought to be there.
The closer we get to December 13th, the more historic Super Clash 3 becomes. Let me give you an idea of some of the
He should get a bonus. I think they bumped him up to $8.
Also signed Sergeant
Oh,
Slaughter.
wow.
He will face the mercenary from South Africa, Colonel De Beers. The Rock and Roll Express versus Robert Fuller and Jimmy Golden, the Stud Stable. We've got Wahoo McDaniel signed to meet the Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez,
that'll be one for the
Intact
ages.
Here, Greg Gagne, the Fabulous Freebirds.
Like, did you see that? WWE claimed a section of this video just randomly in the middle of it. Like, for what reason? What possible loss of revenue are they suffering from that 5 seconds in the middle of this advertisement?
Parsons, Tommy Wildfire Rich, the Boogie Woogie Man, handsome Jimmy Valiant.
Wow.
And in a match that will truly be historic, 2 champions walk into the ring. 1 man will walk out with 2 belts. The WCCW heavyweight champion of the world, the modern-day warrior, Terry Von Erich, will be meeting the AWA heavyweight champion of the world, Jerry the King Lawler. There are 2 ways.
I heard you really cut one the other day going to McDonald's.
For you to be a part of this historic event. First of all, you can join us live at the University of Illinois at Chicago in the
You might finally get a
Pavilion.
viral
Join
video.
us for the live excitement of Super Clash 3, or call your cable company right now and make your plans to see Super Clash 3 December 13th. I guarantee it will be the most
Jimmy Valiant,
historic
yeah.
event ever in the history of
We saw
professional
Jimmy
wrestling.
Valiant on
I'm gonna
Memphis
be back
TV,
in a
like,
week from now to let
maybe a
you
month
know
ago
about
in
more
kayfabe
exciting
time.
news, more match signings for Super Clash
Somebody
3,
say
the
fired
most
up.
Historic, the most exciting event
I like how the
ever
clip they
in the
showed was of
history
him getting
professional
pissed off at a
wrestling.
fan.
Join us. Make your plans to be part of wrestling history.
Well, while we've been away, we have the pink mat on the ring. Now, that is all at the request of the Beauty and the Beast that we'll be seeing for the first time in action.
Wow.
So, right now, the CWA cameras
They don't wrestle on
have
that
gone out earlier
trashy
to get
mat,
a little
remember?
introduction into the Beauty and the Beast. Let's take a look at them, Dave.
I'm Mark Goulet, better known to you wrestling fans as the Beast. And I enjoy hurting people. I enjoy it so much, I'd wrestle on concrete. I'd pay to wrestle on asphalt. I'd wrestle in flaming, burning glass just to have a chance to get my hands on someone. But But my tag team
This
partner
guy acts like
is a different
VP
story.
spraying purple when he was
A
on
man
Duster.
with royal heritage and baby soft skin, pure and milk white. He requires something quite different, and that's why we've had constructed a mat, a very special mat, and of course, his favorite color. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Terrence Garvin.
Oh, wow.
It's just like the Beast said. Look at me, you can tell right away that I'm not like everybody else in this business. No, I'm not in the same class of people as a Jeff Jarrett or maybe a Bill Dundee. You see, I have seen the kind of women that these guys hang around with. And, buddy, I'm not putting my body on a canvas where they've been rolling around. No, I think not. I worked very hard to keep this soft, white, beautiful skin. I stay out of the sun just to make sure that no blemishes will get on me.
Oh my
so
God, what a mess.
My body
Boy Tony,
where
too.
Those guys have been. My mat is picked up after every match, washed down, sanitized with a special formula developed just for me. So my mat is sanitary. And if you don't like the color, well, I think it happens to look great on me. And if you don't like it, if you got a problem with it, you can take it up with my complaints department. Show 'em, big guy.
You've got to understand that what Mr. Terrence Garvin wants, I see to it that he gets.
Okay, that's it.
I know,
Beauty and the Beast, your
I
first
love
look at him
wrestling.
right there. We're going to see him in the ring right now, right on top of that beautiful pink mat that happens to be in there, David.
My goodness, and here comes the Beast right now with a can of pink spray. I guess that's what disinfectant he's spraying the chair with, and the ring ropes where the Beauty is going to be stepping through here now.
He's going to get a lot. I think he's going to get good heat.
The Beauty, Mr. Terrence Garvin.
This match is going to be one fall, 15-minute time limit. Across the way out of Gallatin, Tennessee, it is Tim Woodard. His partner out of Middle Tennessee, Ronnie Leach. And
Ronnie
going
Leach,
against
have
a
we seen
total
him
of
before?
465 out of Kansas City, Missouri at 245 pounds. The Beast is Mark Guline, and just now shedding the tape.
You guys remember Mark Guline, right? He was the manager. He was like that evil mastermind manager. He had like a gigantic stable.
The Beauty is out of, and this is what they told me, the City of Pretty. Weighing in at 220. The City of Pretty.
Did you say that?
That's what they told me to say. The Beauty, Terrence Garvin. Make no mistake about it. These guys can wrestle. Look out for it. We're set to go one fall, 15-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun, the referee.
The Beast comes off rather forcefully with
Isn't
the
Terry Garvin?
fur that he wears into the ring. And
Who was the one that got in trouble in the WWF? Was that Terry Garvin?
Leach. Probably not blessed with major size, and the Beast.
Yeah, Boy Tony became like a top heel too. I don't think we're gonna see that here. This guy though acts just like Duster era Purple.
What a dandy! He really slammed him down. He dented that pink mat.
Yeah, I think he did. Guline, the Beast, picking him up, hammering him back down with a forearm across the back of the neck. That was legal, by the way. He makes the gentle tag on Terrence Garvin.
He makes a gentle tag.
Contact, but it did.
Yeah, see?
A gentle tag with kinetic hell.
First impression.
Daninsky and Mark Fusion enjoy a gentle tag with kinetic hell.
Down on the throat or on the chin, but he was doing some damage anyway. Oh, I see. He's forcing the chin over, pulling his hair. Terrence Garvin back to the corner, makes the tag, and Mark Guline, the Beast, back in.
He is a lot different than he was last time we saw him, like drastically so.
That chin lock on him really twisting the head, pushing down to one side. Tim Woodard is trying to lean in as far as he can, but he's a long way. Now Leach is back up to his feet. He takes quite a shot from the Beast. Grabs him by the hair, jerks him across the ring, whips him into the corner, and there's the tag. This is Tim Woodard from Gallatin,
Berserker boots,
Tennessee.
yep.
Cat Garrett is also from Gallatin.
That's right.
Ooh, Cat Garrett. They keep teasing like they're going to push Cat Garrett, but maybe it happens on the arena shows. I don't know.
Turnbuckles as Gouline comes back and for a third time puts him across and on the rush. Woodard got out of the way. Gouline misses.
Here comes Ronnie Leach.
Good move by Leach. He
Remember
immediately
Ronnie
tried to take
Twist?
advantage as he came in there with a drop kick, but this time Gouline hangs
Oh.
on and Ronnie hits the mat. Boy, he missed that drop kick, and that can get you in
Ronnie
trouble
Leach
as quick
came
as
in all
anything
fired up.
wrestling
Now
does.
he's out of gas.
Tag on Garvin. Garvin up to the rope.
Oh my
with a knee in the back,
What?
drives Leach's head right down in the rope.
Oh man, what a finisher.
Garvin up to the rope and with a knee in the back drives Leach's head right down into the mat. There's a come on, 2, 3.
Man.
Well, 2 minutes 44 seconds was the time on it. 2 minutes 44 seconds.
The original
Gouline
Uggs.
leads Terrence Garvin, Mark Gouline with a victory in their first appearance on Championship Wrestling.
Now, there it is. We saw the Beauty and the Beast for the first time, and they look impressive in the ring. They're toughen up, no question about it. Leach and Woodard found that one out. Timeout.
What's
Back in
that
a moment.
sound?
Toughen up time, and they look impressive in the ring. They're toughen up, no question about it. Leach and Woodard found that one out. Timeout. Back in a moment.
I don't think Lance Russell's impressed with Beauty and the Beast.
Originally from Canada in the ring right now. That is J.D. Wolf, who is closer to the center of your picture. And then the big guy over on the left is Craig Brown. And
Craig Brown and J.D. Wolf
the Australian and the young man from Bardstown
versus Bill Dundee. Oh man, Todd Morton is still going strong.
Bill Dundee set to go with tag team action here. The total weight for Wolf and Craig Brown is 490
They're
pounds,
really smashing him
414 on the
over.
other side of the ring. And as everything gets set to go, looks like they're going to send a big guy in there first. Craig Brown will be starting against the little Aussie Bill Dundee.
Brown, large gentleman with nowhere
Large
near the experience
gentleman.
that his current opponent has, Bill Dundee. I love the story of Dundee and Morton. I mean, it's one of those picture book things where you've got a teacher and a pupil. Dundee has a particular, nice backdrop from Dundee on the big guy, Craig Brown. Dundee has a particular affinity for Morton because of his size. He's built so much like them.
Yeah, they're both short. They're both small for wrestlers.
Wow,
and,
he's like
but
they bonded over
both
being
got,
short
a lot of
kings.
battle in them too. I think one thing Dundee has really been able to teach Todd Morton is that every time you step in the ring, consider yourself.
We haven't seen Ricky Nelson for a while,
You're
have
going to
we?
win the match. Confidence. Look at that. Nice drop kick on J.D. Wolf. Puts him down to the mat.
And Todd is one of the...
Look out. Rock and roll RPM.
Oh, boy.
Todd Morton.
There must have been a misunderstanding. I can't imagine them interrupting a match and then apparently putting people to sleep with ether.
Put it on Dundee's face. Yeah, he went right down to the mat.
I can't. I'm past a point of defending. I didn't know they were going to ether these people.
Just moving barely in there as Mike Davis is spraying it again and holding it down over the face of Todd Morton. And Morton.
Oh, they're painting him yellow.
I'm telling you.
Oh, this is classic wrestling right here.
Come out here and they're painting Todd Morton up.
Oh,
with
man.
yellow paint. Can we get somebody out here? And get
Oh, man, he is lathering it on his fucking face, too. Oh, no.
Boy, smell that ether. Yeah, it's ether. That's what it
You
is.
can smell the ether.
Alan Reynolds.
I was like, how are they going to top last week? Oh, they're going to paint a guy yellow and then knock people out with
Ronnie
ether.
Leach out here, and the RPMs go off, but look at Morton. They took that can of paint and just painted him all over. They're trying to revive not only Morton, but
you notice they
Dundee
didn't paint
up in the
Dundee like
ring
that.
as
Maybe they'll get him
Dundee
next
was
week.
clamped with it right over his nose.
Yeah, get this guy some help
And
out
they're
here. Come
carrying
on.
Todd Morton out of here. Choice product of the RPM. And I'm sure it was just a disqualification on the match, Dave.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Dundee and Morton are going to win it by DQ. Minute 4 seconds. The official time is still bringing Bill around now. It was definitely ether they sprayed on. If you ever smelled ether, you'll know what it was once you get a whiff of it. And that's exactly what it was they had.
You hope that'd be a lot of mustard,
We'll
wouldn't
take
it?
time out. We're going to be back right after the RPMs did their job.
I just feel like that'd be a lot of mustard. I don't know though. I'm not a condiment expert by any means. But...
Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum. What a night of action it's going to be.
Oh, I don't know if you guys know this or not. I don't know. Like, what's the price for Jack's pizzas typically in your area? Like around here, they're normally on sale like 3 for $10. I don't know what the regular price is, but they're always on sale 3 for $10. And have been for like years and years. And I just noticed that they finally, at the Kroger's here, started doing 3 for $11. I was flabbergasted.
The Tornado title match. That's all 4 guys. Robert Fuller, Jimmy Golden, Cactus Jack, and Gorgeous Gary Young in the ring. Same time, no rules. Just let it go. Somebody's going to walk out the champion. Now, that's not the only title match. You got a World Light Heavyweight title match when Jeff Jarrett puts this belt on the line against the Dirty Dutchman.
That's right.
Which basically at that point you're moving Jax into direct pricing competition with Tombstone, and that's not a battle that Jax can win. I mean, the only advantage Jax has is its price. Going head-to-head in the space with Tombstone just seems like a bad idea to me, but especially because Jax is like thinning their crust. There has less and less toppings, less cheese. Tombstone is going in the opposite direction. They're on the upswing. They're getting better crust. They've got more toppings now. The sausage pizza is crazy from Tombstone. But they're in that exact same price bracket of like went on sale like 3 for $11. So I think it's going to be a rough road ahead for the people at Jack's.
I'll give him. I respect Dutch Mantel very much because he has been
Never
around
noticed
a long
Jack's
time.
pizzas.
I've been around just a
They're
few
like
short years, but Dutch, I worked long and hard.
Okay, there are tiers below Jack's certainly. If you want to talk about like stuff that doesn't even have real cheese or like the store brand microwave pizzas, but for like a decent sized frozen pizza, I think Jack's is pretty much like the absolute bargain basement. It's super thin crust, and like I said, they've really gone downhill on it. The price increase is crazy after like reducing the quality of the product so much.
This belt, and I guarantee you one thing: I'm going to work long and hard to keep it right there in Evansville.
You got to go in with that attitude.
How could it get any
Jeff,
thinner? At this point, I mean, it can't.
Talking about attitude, I don't blame
Now that they can't go
Bill
any thinner,
Dundee,
they're
Todd
raising the
Morton will be in
prices.
there against Wednesday night, the RPMs with an attitude I love.
That's right.
They used to be, I mean, they still are I mean, they're not terrible, but I mean, they're definitely not as good as they used to be. But before they started thinning the crust, like they did the toppings first, which if you just kept a little bag of cheese, you could like put your own cheese on a Jack's and like massively improve it pretty cheaply. But now it's just like, I can't imagine a situation where you would prefer, unless you just love their sauce or something, why you would ever pick Jack's over Tombstone.
And it's going to be an attitude adjustment. Hey, boys, you don't have to get my
Gino's
attention. If you
deep
want to, you
dish.
just walk up and say, I want to fight you. We'll fight you. We ain't scared of you. But you don't come on national television, put me to sleep with you.
Look at this guy. What's his deal?
Then paint him. Oh, no, that don't work, brother. That
This is how Grace looked at the camera after Ben got
don't
arrested.
work. You got her attention all right now. You
How
got
that
her
guy's
attention,
looking,
but I'm just gonna
just
tell y'all
staring
something.
into the
All the
into
yellow
the
was
void.
covered on him. It's going to be red on you. 400 Court Street, brother. That's the number of the building. And if it takes 400
Are they still
points to
99
get it,
cents?
that's
I don't
exactly
know.
what it's going to be.
I
We're
see
not
them at
coming
the
there to
liquor
worry about
store.
winning 1, 2, 3. We just coming down to hurt you. So if it means picking up a chair and hitting you on the head with it from go to woe, that's exactly what we're going to do. See the difference between us and you? We're
I like to make I forget what the stuff is that I get. I don't think is it pita bread? It's like a real weird. It's like almost like a tear. That's like a big teardrop shape. I don't know if it's pita or not, but I like to make homemade pizzas with those every once in a
on you
while.
up front, so you can do it to us, but you ain't got enough guts to do it face to face. You're gonna come in and jump on us, put us to sleep, and humiliate us on television. Well, we're gonna humiliate you right there, 400 Court Street, because I promise you, Both of you. This kid's never been in a
Stream
match where blood was
Stereos.
involved, but he's going to practice real hard to punch you hard enough to make you bleed this week, because I promised the kid, for every drop of yellow that was on him, it's going to be red on you, and I'm keeping my word to him, to me, and all them nice folks out there. So we'll see you 400 Court Street, punk.
Wednesday night.
They should have just let him lean in at the end and said, like, yeah, buddy, or something like that. Just give him a walk-off line.
The Coliseum, you got to be there.
Goddamn right.
All right, six-man tag team match. Just about set to go here. On one side of the ring, it's 719 pounds out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. You got Mean Mike Miller. And with him from Atlanta, Georgia,
Mike Miller and the
Mike Davis
RPMs.
and Tommy Lane, the Rock and Roll RPMs. Going against them from Orlando, Florida, Brian Lee. From Detroit, Michigan, Scott Steiner.
There,
From
yes,
Arkansas,
Randy. It's non-bread. That's what I use. That's what I get.
Reynolds. Looks like it's going
I'll be
to
right back.
Mean Mike Miller starting against Scott Steiner. Yeah. The Rock and Roll RPM's mighty happy with themselves, huh? They beat up on a kid out here.
Yeah, they beat up on the kid, used a little ether to do it, and then painted him yellow in there, and that makes him big time. Yeah. This is a pretty good matchup physically in there that we got, Dave. We got a lot of experience in the RPM. Mike Miller! Nice hip toss on a reversal by Scott Steiner. Look at him.
Steiner definitely demonstrating some of that collegiate athletic ability he has there as he put Mean Mike down to the mat, stretched out that left arm a little bit. Miller back on his feet. Scott over to the corner and tags Alan Reynolds. Alan twisting up that left arm a little bit too.
Alan is a relative newcomer, and he's no peanut himself. He's a pretty good sized boy. Well,
Yes, he is. He'll weigh in close to 230, about 227, 228. Makes a tag on another wrestler with good size on him, close to 250. Doesn't have that much experience, but he really has the physical build to be a great wrestler, Brian Lee.
Big shoulder, and down goes Tommy Lane. Right back up into a standing side headlock. The big guy from Orlando squeezing away, but look at Lane coming from underneath, driving straight up, and reaches up and grabs the hair underneath his shoulder. Beautiful move, even though it was illegal.
That's right. Yeah, I tell you, Rock and Roll RPMs, they don't have the great size. They'll both weigh in at 226, 227. Boy,
What's up, Dave's channel?
They got some meanness on their side too, and they're deceptive. They're able to make those illegal
Mustard
moves
trauma.
as you just described and get away with it.
Those son of a guns, I'll tell you what, they've been to battle with just, look at it. That lead jerk got Mike Davis straight up in the air. I mean, just absolutely pressed him straight up and then slammed him down.
Gives you some idea of the power that Brian Lee has at a great height.
You have no idea the
The
power.
upper body strength. Mike Davis hanging back close to the corner. I don't think he's too thrilled to go back out and wade into the middle of this one right now.
That got a whole shock right through his system when this guy reached down and just straight up in the air. He pressed him up there and then slammed him down.
Yeah, they got Brian back in their corner. That's not a good place. Whoa, Davis took a haymaker swing at him. And Brian Lee ducked out of the way, so Davis get his partner, Tommy Lane.
Tag on Mean Mike.
Uh-oh, Mean Mike.
Baton Rouge. And he is in there with large Brian Lee. Oh, nice move. Give him credit. Boy, the big guy went in behind him and took him down and rolled him up for a count and a half. And Brian Lee was able to get out of it, but Mike has got himself working now. Mike Miller slams his head right into that top turnbuckle. Mike Davis holds down the head of Brian Lee with a hair, and the referee starts the count on the disqualification. He lets go of it. Front face lock from Mike Miller.
Brian Lee trying to force his way to the corner so he can get a tag on one of his partners, and he's done it. Good move by Brian Lee. Actually, the mark.
Brian Lee had one of the best mullets in the game.
Brian has, as he made his way to the corner and got Scott Steiner in there. Nice drop kick, Scott Steiner.
Oh, I forgot he was in the match.
Over to the corner for a tag on Tommy Lane.
Try a vegetable.
Well, as we've seen previously, and I don't think by any means that the wrestling
I've
world
crossed
has
the
heard
threshold.
last of
Steiner's
Scott Steiner.
switching to shorts at this point.
You remember in the very rich Renegade Rampage was the ultimate winner
Stream
of it.
for 52 consecutive years. I don't think that's going to
On
happen.
any given night, with that power and athletic ability, he's capable of beating anybody, anytime. Right now, he's squeezing the head of Tommy Lane. Boy, he can put some pressure on you, too, with those muscles.
He can indeed. We're 4.5 minutes into the action here. 4.5 minutes gone in a one-fall match. I beg your pardon. It's not a one-fall match. Could be 7 or 8 falls.
They need to get Maniac Mike in there.
Scott Steiner with the headlock. Mike Davis shouting encouragement at his partner Tommy Lane in the ring. Look at Steiner drop down. Cover. Got a 1 count.
And again, back into the standing side headlock with Scott Steiner.
Stream time 96.
Hanging on to Tommy Lane. Lane.
We'll be on like the 12th watch of prime time.
Going back. He just got in behind it. Look at Steiner, though. Grabs Mike Davis. Lifts the son of a gun up to the side and slams him down. Boy, he cradled him.
A lot of
right
star
in
power
hip
on this
and then
episode.
Wham, busted him right off the mat. Tag on Mean Mike Miller.
Davis is having an off day today, and I think maybe he took
LT
the team a
fall.
little too lightly.
Worse than
coming in
Ahmed.
here.
Did you guys see that Ahmed Johnson and Ron Simmons made amends?
Strolls into the ring, and Scott Steiner just
They squashed
yanked him
it.
up in the air and dropped him. He makes the tag now, and Alan Reynolds takes over on Mean Mike. Oh, knee in the back from Tommy Lane from outside. Alan Reynolds down on the mat. Lane hammers
Poor
into the
Ahmed.
turnbuckle,
What a
grabs
crazy
it quickly.
guy.
I don't applaud Lane for what he did, but did you notice how quick he took advantage of it, Dave? Boy, he was through that ropes after the tag and bang.
What a
right on top of him.
absolutely like his
And
entire
now here
style
with
was
that
just
short
so nuts.
clothesline,
That dive to the outside, it was so clumsy and so like
trouble with Mean Mike Miller taking over.
he just seemed so reckless like all the time. But that dive was just nuts. I think he was way too big and like uncoordinated to be doing something like
Over in
that.
the corner of the RPMs and Mike Miller. Double upper arm by Lane and Miller. Lane with a cover on Alan Reynolds. One. Oh, picked him up. Picked him up by the hair. Don't know if he could have held him for 3 or not, but he didn't try for it.
I always liked him though.
Gone. 7 minutes gone in this fall.
I saw him live a few times
Action in this one.
Yes. Tommy Lane
during the Nation feud. I think.
while Mike Davis is choking the stew out of Alan Reynolds from behind, and
It was a lousy
referee
match.
runs Scott Steiner out, Brian Lee out, and now Davis takes
The one I
over.
remember was
Going
against
for the
Kama.
big snap suplex,
I can't
and
remember
he
who he
got
wrestled
it.
the other
Tag
time.
on Mike Miller. Look at the way these guys are moving in and out of that ring, Davey.
They sure are. They, of course, the RPMs, longtime tag team partners, but they haven't worked with Miller that much in this 6-man situation. But they have really kept the fresh man moving in. Boy, Miller dropped down, big, powerful arm. Alan Reynolds needs
They've
to get
cut
out
the
of
ring
there.
into a quarter.
Here comes Tommy Lane as we near the 8-minute mark. 8 minutes gone.
Wow, 8 minutes.
And they have really, really been battling for the entire...
Oh, I forgot though. There's a bunch of star power on the other side too.
They got Alan Reynolds going downhill,
Well,
and they have kept the heat on.
everyone in this match is a name except for Alan Reynolds, so that might be a clue.
You got to give them credit for that. Beautiful teamwork in here, even though it has not all been
The
legal.
original
RPM
rock and roll
now
tag team.
Pass the tag over to Big Mean Mike Miller. And
Boot party.
everybody's in the ring. All 6 of them, along with the referee. Brian Lee and Tommy Lane on the side. Mike Miller and Alan Reynolds.
I talked to the liquor store people yesterday about the weed drinks getting banned, and it doesn't go into effect until next November. So, like, from what I understand, they may come back. They're gonna try, obviously, to lobby or whatever. Not this particular liquor store, but like, you know, the farmers and shit. But that they'll probably not be able to deliver the products like that they deliver now, even under new regulations, will be like much tighter. And also, you'll get less effective products, and you'll also get less product choice, because a lot of the people who do it now probably won't be able to afford whatever the licensing system is with the regulation that might come, if that even happens.
Neck breaker by Mike Miller. Referee's counting. That's it. Mike Miller got the reverse neck.
So in other words, we need to taste test as many weed drinks as possible between now and next November.
A hard-fought victory here.
I've already picked up 3.
They got the first ball. We're going to check the clock.
They're so funny too. They're like, "Oh, drink a quarter of this." Be serious. What's with Brian Lee's pink boots, by the way? I wore pink shoes when I went to Alabama intentionally to get heat because I was young and stupid. But they referenced them on the IWA Deep South commentary.
There because we are just flat about out of it, Dave. For whatever time, what do we have? Well, we had Sid Vicious.
You're glad they're finally cracking down on them? Oh, not me, man. I love them.
Mean.
I think they're so good.
Young, Cactus Jack got a win over the Grim Reapers.
Having like all the choices, like, really helps like get flavors that like regular dispensaries don't carry.
Beauty and the Beast, Terrence Garvin and Mark Gilleen, the dangerous wrestlers. They wrestle on a pink mat, but don't let that mislead you.
Do I drink the whole thing? Yeah.
Dundee and Todd Morton got a win by disqualification.
I don't care what the milligram is. Like, if it's something that's 1, I'm just gonna do the whole thing. If I'm gonna microdose or whatever, then I would take, like, they make like mints and like I don't know, like sweet tarts kind of, or Smarties or whatever that are low, that are single. But like, if I buy a candy bar, like, I'm gonna eat the whole candy bar of I'm gonna get all the milligrams.
Mean Mike Miller and the Rock and Roll RPMs won the final match of the day.
An excellent match it was, indeed. Wish we had more time.
I'll be right back. Let me see which ones I got.
We will have next week until we see at that time for Dave Brown. Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of Championship Wrestling.
Okay, I'm back. Also, I thought that these were those new woke Doritos that Trump wanted, but they're actually not. Those aren't out yet. These are just the, like, product that's existed for, like, a long time that's basically gonna be like the woke Doritos. But I got them anyway. I didn't know. I got a blueberry lemonade. But see, this is only 10 milligram. Giggly, like that girl that Ruby knew that had the cum fetish. That was her back in the day. North High Tonics, prickly pear lime. And then I got a Delta cannabis water, passion fruit. Look at this cool sightings-esque artwork. Pretty cool. But I'm keeping my eyes open for the woke Doritos. I'm definitely a supporter of that type of stuff, Daninsky. It's legal some places. It should be legal everywhere, I think. A lot of people say, like, especially with nausea, that it really helps them. I consider them to be, like, similar to weed, and that, like, there's really, you need more preparation maybe with them than you do with weed. But I think as far as, like,
Brickhouse Wrestling, Dave Brown, right along
I consider
ringside.
them to
By golly,
be
it's another big
similar
day and another big show, Dave.
as far as,
I
like,
tell you what, we're going to open things up today with Gary
social
Young and
acceptability.
Cactus Jack in a tag team match. And a little bit later on, we'll be taking a look at Jeff Jarrett in a single match. Brian Lee will be here today. Also,
He already knows.
Superstar.
What is this? We've got Shirley Temple out here with us today. Sylvia out with a little
Oh boy,
cheerleading.
Sylvia in a cheerleading costume. Let's
Wrong
fucking go.
Sylvia.
What an absolute
yeah, okay,
trap.
fine. This is wrestling time. Come on, Sylvia. Would you give you a what?
Wow, she's really animated here.
Sylvia, would you please, hey, let us do our opening and just leave here and we'll be back with you.
Don't you have spirit, Dave Brown?
Please, would you just let us get on with the show, Dave? We get, I can tell this.
This is
What
Joy
we're
at
gonna
4
do
in the
is just
morning
take a
in
break, Dave.
Manhattan.
We'll never get the opening done. I'm sorry.
Have you no spirit, Lalo?
Yes, okay, we're going to be ready to go in the first match here in just a moment. It is going to be...
What in the world? The original,
Cactus Jack. Who can think about
the
this?
spikeless Legion of Doom.
I mean, it's not bad enough. Hey.
What weird outfits they've got on.
A little bit, Robert, for crying out loud.
Hey, just hold the chairs down a second till we can get this thing explained here. What we have for you, Lynch.
I would like to know what you
son.
have.
As you know, in the great tradition of the Tennessee stud and the stable, that's what we're made of, baby. It's ideas, and we come up with the best ones in the world. I'm talking Tennessee football classic, baby. What we gonna be
Tennessee
doing,
Football
Lance?
Classic,
None
yeah.
other than me.
Seemed to me I heard a little something about it.
Yeah. What you heard about it, Lance, is Jim and I sit back in the back and
Jim
tried
and
our
I.
best to explain this darn thing to you. Now, rather than me explain it and all these goofballs out here get it wrong, we're going to let you have a go at it, and then if you mess it up, I'll clarify it when you get done.
Well,
have a go at it.
let's see if I understand Robert Fuller and Jimmy Golden's Tennessee Volunteer
ATF, would you
Classic.
support Kinetic Kel if she would
This ball is
do
gonna
similar
start the
things
match
with an
when you
Alani energy drink
and,
that Mary
Jimmy
Lou
get in there
Dragon is
with
known for
Cactus
doing
Jack
with
and
similar
Jerry Young.
objects?
Now, on each end of the football is taped one a white key, the other a blue key.
Correct.
Okay.
Legion of Goon.
Now, important with these keys, there will be two cages, right?
Oh my God, look at these
Okay,
cages.
we've got a white lock and a blue lock. Now, inside of those cages for the match, one will be Sylvia, the other will be Downtown Bruno.
That's correct.
And each one of them will have a kendo stick. Now, the idea is that between the tag team, you'll see who can get possession of the football, get over and unlock the cage, and of course the kendo
All right,
stick
see you later,
will be
Dave's
used.
channel.
And that's the winner. Does that pass?
I'm surprised to death. I think you've done a pretty good job, Les, but you made a couple of small mistakes. One thing you left out, the blue lock there goes with the blue key right here. The white lock goes with the white key. Now, when we knock this ball into the crowd, of course, you can be looking for the fans to go stable, 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 and be kicking this ball right back up to Jimmy and myself. We'll take this key to the mark. We're going to let Sylvia
What is
out.
this
We let
stipulation
Sylvia out,
even?
baby. It's jam time because we're going to take that kendo stick and we're going to take it from the lady here and we're going to do a man's job, baby.
What's
Don't
up,
confuse this like
Resume?
NCAA rules. This is not an amateur event. Somebody's going to get hurt, baby.
I don't know
And
what's
it's gonna
going on
be
here.
fun doing it. Now, Lance, here's the part that excites me better than anything.
Oh, boy.
Because you're not just going to have Bruno in this cage over here. Earlier in the evening, Sylvia's going to wrestle Bruno. Can you imagine that? She's going to kill him.
Sylvia and Bruno will be in a match.
Oh, boy.
Exactly right. And when Sylvia beats Bruno, we got a little diaper right here for that gentleman.
Oh,
And
wow,
we're
she's
gonna
gonna
take
beat
the
him up in a
downtown
fight and
tail
then put a
and
diaper
tuck
on
him
him.
in that cage in that diaper, and the entire match, baby, when the classic's going on, the entire match, you're going to get to see that ugly little cuss modeling that diaper right there,
You
baby.
mean if Sylvia beats Bruno, she powders him and he gets diapered right there?
Very nice.
Oh, thank you. It's me. That's very generous of you. I appreciate that. Thank you for the $4.99. Very high IQ chat today. EFD, $306 for life. Very true. Thank you again, man. I appreciate that.
You're doing great today. I gotta hand it to you.
That can't be all of it. What if Bruno wins the match?
Well, that's not
When the suit's in Palo Alto issue my payout, I'll spend that on some quality, independently farmed weed
She
drinks.
don't mind wearing negligee. As a matter of fact, she wear them around all day long. She didn't tell her not to. But Bruno,
She's wearing a negligee 24/7, basically, he says.
It's going to fit her pleasing very much, son. And I'm going to tell you something. There's no way she's going to be in it. Because you fans out there don't deserve to see the prettiest thing.
I know how much,
That's for the stable, if you know what I mean.
I know how much you go through with your boss to get that money, so I appreciate it, man.
Well, there it is. The fever is in the air. The Tennessee Volunteer Classic. Dave, I don't always believe what we see.
What a weird segment.
Stud stable. Okay, buddy.
Okay.
Against Rough and Ready? Oh, Gary, okay. That makes sense.
In the ring right now, we got Rough and Ready out of parts unknown at a total of 442. Boss Winner in their corner. And across the way at a total of 400.
Boss Winners.
Look out, being jumped by Rough and Ready. Cactus Jack and gorgeous Jerry Young. Jerry Calhoun's referee.
Weird diaper fetish. The Southern Wrestling has the weirdest shit. Cornette was still doing like loser drinks from a baby bottle match in Smoky Mountain.
Before the bell, Boss Winner said Rough and Ready said jump them from behind. And that's exactly what they did, but look at this.
One of my all-time favorites, Coward Waves the Flag match.
Just threw Ready straight up in the air. Rough thrown down on the floor here. Over to the back. Cactus Jack picking him up. Using a forearm. Now he's got him back up in the air again. There's a body slam. Boss Winner claimed he came over the top rope. He came through the ropes, actually.
Man, Boss Winner got to share the, he got to manage a team against Cactus Jack.
He's got himself a cover, a count of 2 and 3.
Maybe Jeremy can share donos with EFD on their fishing trip. Jeremy's really trying, it seems like he's really trying to
My golly, I'll tell you, it didn't pay off for him because
make it happen.
they were in a position
He's
where
working
they
hard
ended
out there.
up getting defeated in less than a minute's time by the team of Gary Young and Cactus Jack. Well, I gotta say, although you guys aren't in football gear, you sure look like you're ready for that volunteer match.
That's right, Lance. I'm going to be right to the point. It's going to be short and sweet. Robert Fuller, you're out here wearing all this football gear. You think you're high and mighty from Tennessee, baby. Where I come from, Texas made football, baby. Where he come from, New Mexico made football. You can bring your helmet, you can bring your pads, baby, because I'm Maven, and I'm going to give you that no good Jimmy Golan and that little blonde bimbo.
Hey, you said keep it short, pal.
Sylvia is going to be all she wrote. She's talking about 2 bad boys here that she done made mad. And now it's time to pay some dues, brother. One way or another, it's going to come down to it, and it's going to be Cactus Jack and I, the champions. And Bruno, I know you got something to say.
Well, what you guys got to do is get that key and let downtown.
Well, you know what? I want to talk about Sylvia. I've had a lot of matches in my career, and every match I've had, I've been the underdog. But this time, I'm the favorite, and I like being the favorite because, Sylvia, I'm going to knock you out like that sleazy, stinking slut that you are.
What's up, Mike? I don't know about the fishing trip. Anytime I tune in, Jeremy's just talking about how strongly he feels about being a libertarian. Like, if I didn't know any better, I would think the entire thing was about being a libertarian. Oh, look what they're going to put Sylvia in. There we go.
Robert and Jimmy, these 2 guys are going to beat you like the dogs that you are because Mama says it beats that way sometimes.
Well, you understand.
Look at Bruno keeping it all, keeping his team in it.
Sylvia will be attired in that cage for the entire match. Dave, does it sound wild or what?
Does indeed. Don't miss us.
We're going to take that. No, I'll tell you what we're going to do, I think, aren't we? Let me check and be sure. They got me so confused. Yeah. Oh, boy, I really wanted to pass this
Seeing
one
King
over.
TL cutting wood with a table saw on his leg.
I'm not getting any more
Jesus.
fond of Texas as the day goes by. Jeff Jarrett went for the first time to defend his world light heavyweight title.
Somebody told me, or I saw a thumbnail too, that he was
Now,
He
there's
said
one
he
thing
wanted to
that
get
you
white
need
men
to
addicted to
know
meth.
about the world-class
Is that
territory.
true?
In the world-class territory, the title can change hands on a disqualification. Now, that is a major difference, and that's the way it is in world-class territory. The title can change hands on a disqualification. During the match with Jeff and Eric, they battled back and forth. Embry ultimately threw Jeff out on the floor, and where we're going to pick up the videotape that we have of that action last night in the Sportatorium in Dallas, Texas, Jeff Jarrett has been thrown out on the floor, and Eric Embry is going out there with him as we join the videotape. Now, in this match, the title was at stake. Embry, there's Jeff on the floor, has just pushed the referee back. And when he did, he caught him right in the eyes, kind of poked him. He didn't intentionally.
Now, that's a decent
looking
attire for Jeff Jarrett.
In the match, you can see.
Is TL a functional meth user? I mean, what's your definition of functional?
This is in the Sportatorium in Dallas, Texas, and
I guess that's what
Jeff
it would come down
reverses
to.
it, slamming the head of Eric Embry down on the table. Jeff with a chair. Now,
do you think it's functional to cut a piece of wood with a table saw on your leg?
Jeff, Eric Embry with a chair on Jeff, and the referee now is calling for the bell to be sounded. He stopped, disqualified Jeff Jarrett, disqualified him when all he did was return the use of the chair and took the title away from him and gave it to Eric Embry.
I'm getting a lot of Boyd Adderall
we're not
content
happy with,
lately.
but it's what
Speaking
happened
of
last
Lala.
night in Dallas, Texas. Back in a moment.
I like how they were kind enough to put the logo over his
Wednesday
tank.
night, Evansville, Indiana. Son of a gun, I tell you what, I think you're
Employed
gonna love
functional,
it, 'cause
yeah.
a little bit later on, you're going to
I mean,
see
I don't know if
something
he's a
that
meth
happens
user,
between
but
Bill
everybody
Dundee,
says he is.
the stud stable, and particularly involving Sid Vicious. You'll see that action, and you'll
I've
understand
observed
why
King
it's going
TL
to be added to the card. Promoter Eddie.
A lot. In Grace's Discord, he used to just go live in there and like no one watched, and it would just be him going about his day. But he knew that I was in there with him because he could see it, and I would just record it and come in every once in a while. But like he would talk to me through the whole things and like dish dirt and do like a gossip show to like literally no one was watching except me. But I can see why people think that he might, and some people say that he's done it on camera. I don't know if that's true or not.
Marlin took a particular example of doing that. Now there's going to be
Beth
a Tennessee
non-functional
Volunteer Football Classic.
meth use?
Came right out of Fuller's head and said, let's do
I think
it.
she just
We're gonna
acts like
put
she's on
cages
meth, whether
inside
she's
the
on
ring. We're
meth
going to
or
have
not.
Bruno in one, Sylvie in the other with the kendo sticks, and we'll have a football with 2 keys. What a classic that is going
She's
to be.
into it with,
Bruno and Sylvia will be
Sugar Man
meeting
again.
prior to that football classic. And the way, well, I see it, and I know what you've got it for. Because if Bruno wins it, well, you tell him what happened.
Well, when Bruno wins it, Lancer, get it right.
Okay.
Sylvia, you know, when I beat you and you're laying there looking up at the top of that Coliseum in Evansville, you're going to have to wear this. You're going to have to sit in that cage for however long the match lasts, and everybody's going to have to look at you. Now, a lot of women would look wonderful in something like this, but Sylvia, you're kind of going to look kind of mediocre. You know what I'm talking about?
Whoa, mid.
The whole time I was with the stud stable, you were running around hitting people with kendo sticks and causing problems, and they would take it out on me because you would run and hide behind me, and I'm the one that had to take the beating. Well, I'm not taking any more biddings for you, Sylvia. You understand me? I'm going to put a stop to it right there in Evansville, and you're going to be wearing this, and all my new fans in Evansville, Indiana is going to be saying, Bruno, Bruno, and she's going to look like a bimbo.
Bruno, it wouldn't be fair if I didn't ask you this. You know that if she should happen to beat you, what's going to happen to you? They're going to powder and diaper you, and you're going to have to sit
powder
together.
and
That would be
diaper.
about the most humiliating thing that could possibly happen to me in front of my fans there in Evansville. But I don't foresee that happening, see, because Robert Fuller,
While trying to
Cactus be watching out
fundraise.
for you. You're not going to interfere. Jimmy Golden, Gary Young's going to be looking at you. So it's just going to be me and Sylvia all alone. Mama said it'd be that way sometimes.
Man, Bruno really.
Ring
Ooh, he's
right
Bob
now,
Backlund.
1 fall, 15-minute time
Open.
limit match. His opponent. Arriving right
I
now.
remember how. You know what? Beth is off YouTube now. Maybe she'll consent to letting us watch the entire 6-hour version, which is, to my knowledge, never been seen or available anywhere since it first aired. Her very first live stream that was like one of the wildest live streams ever.
Hendersonville, Tennessee, Jeff
Everybody in the chat was saying what a terrible person I was for recommending this channel.
Parts unknown. Executioner weighs in at 238. Jeff at 208. Jerry Calhoun, the referee, as soon as
Joe Shabatoni was like, "You got Mark Fusion. You better not be laughing."
Jumping Jeff from behind. Well, we had a tag team match earlier in which the team tried jumping their opponents and didn't work out well for them. Let's see what happens here as the Executioner jumps Jeff Jarrett before the bell sounds.
Boy, I noticed.
These look like Bill Dundee's tights.
Dave, he's usually a lot more cheery and around with the fans and all, but he came in dead serious, and I think that event that took place last night in Dallas really affected Jeff. He looked determined in this match, but right now, the Executioner taking total charge of it.
She just straight up just says she's gonna take out Jedi Rich permanently. Goes on this huge tirade against Jedi Rich.
Up and bangs him down on the mat.
It's a legitimately great stream. It's very sad for the last little bit, but that's life. That's what, isolation and alcoholism looks like.
Executioner body slam, the time or two by Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, beautiful drop kick. Jeff off that rope and bangs down hard. What a dandy. That's it, man. I mean, it didn't take long. It really fired a great drop kick.
Minute 15 seconds, and with that great drop kick, he did make it look easy.
She really snapped off on me too on that first stream, because I hadn't really, I had one clip up of her at that point, I think, and we had watched the one video about her trying to unalive herself at Popeyes. But somebody said that, I think it was South to West, maybe said like, "Oh, I came here because Mark Fusion shared your whatever," and she's like, "I don't know him. I don't care about him." And then she's like, "And by the way, Mark Fusion, if what you're doing is you're doing it ironically, you're a real asshole."
And he ended up winning.
Those are Dundee's tights. They look like it.
As I said,
It's a great stream.
Just go ahead. That one was so
I mean, some of the most wild, crazy, manic karaoke of all time.
Ready to go with that. Had a little spell of talking. We'll get a little spell of action in here. As Jeff Jarrett didn't take very long once he got.
I already have it uploaded.
To take care of the
It's just set to private, but I've already got it ready to go. If she ever gives the okay.
Impressive guy coming up. And here comes Phil Hickerson. I don't know what he is doing out here.
I'm always a terrible man, right? This is Junior. I've been working out with Junior here quite a bit, He's my protege. You know what I mean?
Frank Brown, right?
That's Junior.
So this is another, they're recycling this. We just went through this, remember? Bruno was Phil's son for a minute.
Here on into you, Mr. Russell, that is Junior. I've been working out with him, and I am going to make him a star just like myself. Now, believe me, I've made money in this business. Now it's time for this boy to make money in this business, right? So now, he's got that killer instinct, you know what I mean? So he's going to get out here and he's going to do some damage. He's under my guidance from here on in. From here on in, it's Junior. Hickerson Jr., if you'd like.
Well, Junior's going against a big guy, Brian Lee.
Yeah, her energy is just too much for YouTube, I think. Like the things that she likes to say. But like on Kick, or I think on Twitch, as long as she limit her F slurs, I think she'd be alright. They're much more open to talking about like addiction and disorders and stuff like that on Twitch.
What do you want to talk about this morning, Mr. Russell? I'm going to tell you just how good this little guy is. I'm telling you.
Let's see how good this little guy is. That's Brian Lee, right, with his pink shoes on?
Well, a little slip up there.
He's like a racehorse. Some great racehorses, they're great when they get out to a slow start, I guarantee you, boy.
That's true.
Boy, when it comes home in the stretch, he's going to be right there.
There are stretch runners.
Look at him. That's an illegal thing right there. Now, you just seen him hit.
Looks like a clothesline.
No, that was a fist outside his
I actually
jaw,
uploaded it in case something happens to me for history's sake, that it'll be at least on the account. But the suits at Palo Alto can then release it at their discretion.
Got up in the air for his big. These are two big guys.
Oh man!
In the air for his
Whoa!
These are two big guys.
What? What even is this?
These are two big guys. Got up in the air for his big. These are two big guys.
Ooh.
Kind of resembled a short forearm right smack up on Junior as he's knocked down again. He just hadn't got unwound. I can tell that.
Brutal.
Well, I gotta say that's when it pays off. Whip in there, one step flip, rolls him up, nail down, 1, 2, 3. He didn't pull the tights. He got him in a sunset flip. And unfortunately, Junior's debut right here on television.
So much for Junior. Had the tights. I know, dude. Looked like he really decked him. It didn't even make sense within like kayfabe. That I've never seen anybody do that before.
And get by with it, brother, because I ain't gonna allow nobody to do that.
Yeah, well,
he's not gonna allow anyone to pull on his tights.
Brian Lee said, "Hey,
oh boy, he's had enough."
Bill, it's gonna be short and sweet, brother, because I'm gonna show you. You saw he's from Florida. He's gonna be down there. Yeah, okay.
Bill Hickerson.
Well, he's gonna settle up right here. Shit. Up, get your chain.
Hey, it's fine with me, Jerry.
Whoa. Oh, it's sanctioned.
From Brian Lee to start it off, Dave.
Oh man.
Big Phil takes an elbow.
Let's see him pull Big Phil's tights.
Well, I tell you, the holder of the CWA heavyweight title in trouble here. It's a non-title match, but look at Brian Lee controlling from the opening.
I like that when the heel actually like says like I'm gonna get you. Now they're always like, well, but not until next week. Like I like when he's like, no, we're gonna do this right now.
A veteran, wow.
Oh.
Here he comes now. Look out.
Dickerson was over here talking about
that was a receipt for Junior.
There's another one. Right fist, no doubt about it. Brian Lee never hit Craig Brown or Junior with a fist. He got him with a forearm every time. Look at that, head into the turnbuckle. As Hickerson now is going to work on Brian Lee.
Back off, Calhoun.
Bill Hickerson, a snap over the shoulder and down. He goes for a pin on Lee. Gets only a 2 count. Big, strong kid.
Is this our main event?
Is. Hickerson grabs him by the hair, drops that elbow down, and I mean buried his knee right down on that mat.
Back on the rope, Hickerson choking Brian Lee now. Referee calling for a break. He's counting.
Bill takes him into the corner, slams his head down on the turnbuckle. Pounds away with a right down on the turnbuckle. Pounds away with a right.
That looked good. I don't know if it actually was as stiff as it looked.
Bill throws the referee across the ring.
Whoa! Oh, no way. No, come on. Let's take a look at this again. I don't think he had 3, do you?
Bill throws the referee across the ring. Whoa, he was going to his tights. Look at Lee. 1, 2,
Excuse me. Excuse me. No, watch. This is a miscarriage of justice. No, he didn't even bring his hand down. Oh man, I'm hot now. I am heated. That is bullshit. No. Come on. They cheated the heel.
What a day for Brian Lee.
Jerry Calhoun, man. Did you see that trad girl yelling at Phil Hickerson? Look at her like clapping in his face. Oh man, I'd smash up the place too.
You're the one that made made the mistake. I saw. You were going it. Hey, we're going to take a break. We don't have to stand out here and listen to this kind of.
What a crock of shit. You can call. Come on.
Coming up Wednesday night, the Evansville Coliseum. Pod 8 goes like this. Let me give you the entire card. Scott Steiner, what a whale of an opener this is against Mean Mike Miller. Brian Adams against Mike Davis. Brian Lee will be going against Tommy Lane. Jeff Jarrett will be facing the Doctor of Death. Special match. It's going to be downtown.
This is where I need that sponsorship from Helix Sleep Systems so that I can say after a rough stream like this of an emotional roller coaster, it's always good to get in a nice nap on my Helix Sleep
Volunteer
System.
Football Classic that is sitting in a cage in the corner when Fuller and Golden meet Gary
I've been
Young
writing,
and Cactus Jack. There's going to be the
I've been
football
working on
with the
some
two
potential
keys.
Red
And then
Bull
there has
ad
been
spots
added
for
to the
Sports
action
Friday.
coming up Wednesday night. That special one-on-one. And brother, I mean Eddie Marlin isn't kidding. He's going to fire anybody that interferes in that son of a gun. Bill Dundee meets Sid Vicious in the David and Goliath match. You got to be out there Wednesday. Bill Dundee meets Sid Vicious in the David and Goliath match.
Oh my God, can you imagine Bill Dundee against Sid?
Need to see it.
Here for our next match, Bill Dundee going against Keith Eric. But before we get into that match with Keith, we're going to get the superstar out here and have a word.
Yeah, the
with him.
suits in Evansville are going to pull that sponsorship from Covington Toyota.
Yeah, there's Jamie. Hey, Bill! Billy! Come on over this second. Bill Dundee, who I can tell you has had a little more success with his
Bill Dundee also always looks funny. Oh, come on.
Come on over here. You got no problems here, baby.
Look at this outfit on Bill Dundee. What is going on?
Because what we're going to do, baby, we're going to
It looks like a China pattern of like an elderly woman.
Now, the reason we do this, Lance, is that no man's ever been tough enough to hurt me like you did. You done it backstabbing, but hell, I like that too, Lance.
I like that. I like the backstabbing, he says.
Contract, we'll dig it up in the back right now, and you can be a stud stable man. What do you think about that? You let that go me? That's exactly right. I think, listen, you're never going to figure me out, are you, Lance?
Yep.
I'm out to get the good man. Come on. Put it there, baby. Come on, let's find that contract.
What do you think Eric is going to think if he... Well, I know he'll watch Sports Friday. And what do you think he's going to think when I say it's sponsored by Red Bull and
I don't like you,
V8?
don't want nothing to do with you, and I'm turning you down flat, big boy. Now I'm going to go wrestle. What you think of that? I guess that's kind of puts it without That's it, Daddy. That's it. Just the way it is.
Give you a little kiss, son.
Oh, no.
You might expect it. 4-on-1.
Oh, here comes Sylvia.
Get a good look at him right there. Dickerson. Jamie Dundee.
Wow, classic Sylvia butt scratch.
Dickerson.
Classic Craig.
Get a good look at him right
Sylvia pulls a Craig.
Dickerson. Jamie Dundee jumps off the ring. Fires down on
Backstabbing. Wow, I like that too. Sounds like something King TL would say. Oh my God!
the Japanese sleeper.
Oh my, can you imagine these guys in a match? Oh my God. Oh man, brutal. He looks like a doll.
Come on, Sid, put him down, leave him alone. And the stable out here. Okay, that's enough.
Remember the Manny Fernandez promo where he was talking about sissies? I feel like that kind of falls in line with it. That Fuller liking the backstabbing too.
Man, I will tell you what, you better check Jamie over. He has a Japanese sleeper. You're on both sides of
Japanese
the neck, on the
sleeper.
carotid arteries on both sides, and that can be one of the most severe things. Get out here and see how he's doing.
Man, he just ragdolled old boy Dundee, man. That was crazy.
Check him over, because man, I will tell you what, it's something you rarely see anybody use, but it's a hold that is really one of the most punishing. It's just, the name is the Japanese sleeper hold, but you've got the carotid arteries on both sides put on there.
And he's talking.
And Sid Vicious, of all the guys, as huge as
Is
he
that
is,
EFD
to come out
back
here
in the
and
studio?
jump him from behind, he was simply trying to help his dad
He had
out.
that Polish bike
Jumped
ride.
down on Robert Fuller, and Sid Vicious
Japanese
takes
sleeper.
him out of here.
Now they're getting him up.
Watch the neck.
Yeah, that is EFD,
as
right?
As they go taking him out.
Oh, Eddie
Well,
Mullins
it was a
come out.
match that was scheduled with Keith Eric going against Bill Dundee, but of course we never had the opportunity to it. Bill was being kicked around here on the floor by the entire stud stable down here. As after they jumped him, and he was standing up to Robert
Sylvia's
Fuller,
really
telling
getting
him
over
exactly
more
what
and
he
more
could do
with me.
with the stable, and it's just one of those things you've come to expect from the stable in there.
No, Lance. They never
Are they really
hurt
chanting
me.
USA?
They come
Bill
out here to
Dundee
hurt
is
me.
from Australia, isn't
Well,
he?
brother, I done told you from day one, the first
boy.
guy that put their hands on him, I was going to kill him.
Okay, Billy, I'll tell you what, we'll take a break and be back with you in a
Direct.
minute.
This is
Don't try to
awesome.
say
Like he can't even do his promo. He's got he's under too much stress.
Getting the pink mat placed on the ring. That ought to tell you something if you were here with us last week.
Jamie
During the
Dundee
week, the
cooked.
CWA cameras followed the beauty
German
and the
suplex.
Beast to a workout. We thought we would share it with you.
It's time for Mr. Garvin's workout. Let's go wake him up.
This guy does act like purple.
Mr. Garvin. Oh, nice.
Get back, Eddie.
What time is it? Well, it's noon. Pookie. Time. I know it's in my hair. Where's my mirror?
The Texas tornado, very racist against Texans. There's more in Texas than just tornadoes, you know. This is just such an ill-advised. They're not. Okay, Mark Guillen or whatever I think is funny in this role, mainly because it reminds me of Purple, but like there's no energy with this. He doesn't really seem like he's not really playing it up. Is he going for like a subtle femininity? I'm not really sure, but I just feel like this is kind of, it's not working as well as Boy Tony.
Yes, Mr. Garvin. Is my tub ready? It's ready, Mr. Garvin. Okay.
Lawler was nowhere to be found. Very Lalo coded. Now this is a little more like it. Put something into it. Oh my god. This is like what's his name's grandma's basement. Machiavelli. It goes on for so long with like
absolutely inspirational. Like I don't know any
just
other word.
Just pure awkwardness.
Well, in the ring with the big mat, Dave.
Oh my God!
And here comes that team you just saw, the Beauty and the Beast, Terrence Garvin and Gouline.
They don't want he doesn't want the candelabra on the ring apron.
Liberace was one of the songs that either had to be removed or muted. I can't remember.
Silver candelabra there.
Mark Gouline, this
disinfecting everything in sight in there with that spray can.
You got just people doing randomly homoerotic things while someone's lifting weights or...
Beauty from, they say the city of Pretty is where he's from, all right? Mark Galeen out of Kansas
Simp Olympics.
Across the way, it's Alan Reynolds from Arkansas and Tim Woodard from Gallatin, Tennessee. Tag team action coming up here. Jerry Calhoun will be the referee. Look out. Mark Galeen, boy, this is jump your opponents before the bell.
Every time I hear Mark Galeen, I keep
went
thinking
over
like
and attacked
Hercules.
Alan Reynolds out on the apron and then immediately goes
Maybe
to
it's
work
just the
on Tim
cadence.
Woodard. The Beast, Mark Galeen.
Galeen, he takes care of the heavy work, I'll tell you. Hey, but that's not to say this Garvin
Just
can't
this
go.
guy reminds me
Man,
so
he'll
much
get
of
in
Purple.
there and slip the dagger in your throat in a minute. Galeen now with Tim Woodard. Bang.
Hang on, give me just 1 second. Just indulge me for a moment here, because I'm about to really crack up about it. It'll be a nice experience. Let's see. Here it is.
Do you actually have phone calls with people?
See if you think this guy acts like the
Hilarious.
Beast.
Absolutely hilarious.
I have air duster and you probably don't. That's right, we're live, we're huffing air duster live like all you surface dwellers can't do because someone else is paying your paychecks. Yeah, that's right, someone else pays your paycheck. Yeah, you'll get fucking deported otherwise. Yeah, that's right, I'm a fucking American. I'm a fucking American! That fucking surface dweller engine revving doesn't mean anything! Harry Ford paid my paycheck! Yeah, that's right! Fucking drive the other direction! Oh yeah, oh my god! Oh look, someone is gonna... Fuck your lives! That's what!
Oh my god. What a performance.
The huffer and the cutter in the field of fuck your life!
Look, even his hair is similar.
It's empty. This is the last of that I get. It's empty. It's empty. That's it. That's it. That's all I had. That's it. That's all I have is left. That's it. That's it. That's all I have. I love this gas. That's all. That's it. That's it. That's all I have is left.
That's all I have is left. Just think that guy's the responsible person in Vegan Patriot's life for the summer.
Came into the turnbuckle.
Angus Flapjack.
Barefoot, by the way.
Anyway, that's who the Beast reminds me of.
You know, I had not noticed that the first time that we saw him. Look at Gurleen, that big right arm. Tim Woodard holding that shoulder. Tag is made, and here comes Beauty Terrence Garvin. But now watch him wrestle.
The City of Pretty.
City of Pretty,
It's
yeah.
from the City of Pretty.
Yeah. Good example of his wrestling technique. Grabbed him by the jaw and the hair, slammed him down on the mat, went back after him, gouging away at the cheeks as the referee stands in. Man, look at the back on Woodard already.
Scratched it when he went in there. That was his first move. Mark Gurleen, the Beast.
I remember the very first stream where he popped back up again.
Tim Woodard.
And it was so cool. It was like seeing somebody I had heard a bunch about, but I had never actually seen them. Like getting besides the few Huffer videos.
Him up out of the corner. Woodard, if he could,
which I think are like
super
key.
After all of this punishment, in bad need of a tag on Alan Reynolds. Tag again on Garvin.
Terrence Garvin up on the middle rope. Gurleen throws Woodard into the
Was
corner.
Terry Garvin the one that got in trouble?
Rides him
Does
down
anybody
the mat
know?
There with a knee in the back. 1, 2. Yeah, you're right. It's over. 2 minutes 11 seconds the time. 2:11, and once again, Beauty and the Beast have themselves a convincing victory on Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast come up with a victory, and Alan Reynolds really never even got in the ring.
Never
They just
officially in the
started
ring
out
at
on
all.
Tim Woodard, and if you would take your...
Thank you very much, Ryan.
Oh, you are delightful. Mark Gurleen, who comes in with a heavy-duty work, and he really softened Woodard up, and by the time he turned him over to Garvin, he was kind of, well, I don't want to get into bullfights and all that stuff. We've got more action coming for you in a tag match a little bit later. Oh, you got big news for you. Yeah.
Uh-oh, listen and listen good.
Send this big thug to jump on that little...
Well, hey, I didn't send nobody to do nothing. I was backstabbed by another Dundee. That's what happened, baby. Let me tell you something.
Uh-oh.
Here comes Dundee out, and boy, he didn't care how many of them.
You think Purple was the brains? He was certainly the wheel man. He got her the scooter and everything, which was a fun arc. But then he kind of got... He would always get put on the back burner for the bad boys, like the Agrabah saga with Aladdin.
As we have said, probably the toughest pound-for-pound guy that anybody has ever seen in professional wrestling. And no, don't let him go.
People would be constantly telling each of them, Vegan and Purple, that the other was like sneak dissing them all the
They're
time.
holding him. He was after that Sid Vicious. I mean to tell you, hey, Billy, I don't think he's going to be back out here. Not when the side might.
His body, he'll be back out here. Come on, Sid Vicious. Let me go, man. Let me go, damn it.
David versus Goliath match. Bill is always referencing that in his promos.
Well, come on, Bill.
Get him out of here, Lance. Get him out of here.
Come on, Bill.
Whoa, did he fall
You're
asleep?
not going to accomplish it that
What happened
way.
to him?
We're just, I'll tell you what.
What happened to him here? Did he fall into the Holy Spirit?
Come on, Bill.
He's just like, oh, good night, everybody.
You're not going to accomplish it that way. We're just, I'll tell you what. He's not coming.
Come on, boy. Get out of here. Come on, you're so big. You're so big. You ain't nothing. Nothing. You see what I'm saying? Get out of here. It wasn't your son.
If Randy Wanzer was in attendance, he'd already be up there volunteering to be Dundee, to have Dundee's back.
Just get me a match with him. Have you got a gun in
He'd
your
fight his way past security to help the superstar.
Get out
Get out here, you long drink of water. He keeps bringing that up. I hate it when he says it.
Okay, we're going to take a break and get out of here. Keep him out of the dressing room. Don't let him get back there.
Yeah, let's take a break. We'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, he's completely... What a relaxing image with that after all that.
Okay, we're talking Wednesday, and I mean one of those big nights, partner. Dundee is going to be starting. He's going to be in the main event with Sid Vicious. Now, that's one-on-one, and I mean that one for a fact. Tennessee Volunteer Football Classic. Gorgeous Gary Young and Cactus Jack going against Robert Fuller and Jimmy Golden in there with the 2 cages and the 2 keys and so forth. Bruno and Sylvia meeting in the ring. Jeff Jarrett going against Doctor of Death. It's all going to be
The
happening
Doctor
in there.
of
Wednesday
Death.
night at
Okay.
I don't mean to interrupt you,
Oh,
but
boy.
you need interruption right here at this point. Because
Look
we're
at
talking about
Sylvia, not a
Dr.
hair
Death
out of
and Jeff
place.
Jarrett. Let's don't pull no bones about it,
A few
Jeff Jarrett.
tasteful
The son,
tendrils
you need to be put
dropping
where
around.
You should be put, and that's pumping gas at a garage, baby.
Oh, boy.
And throw something down the line, if you know what I'm talking about. And Dr. Death is going to put you there. But the thing I'm really looking
Doctor of
forward
Death.
to, and it gives me an opportunity to talk in detail about Bruno. Bruno, you know, son, downtown Bruno means you don't come from uptown the city. You're not uptown the Empire State Building, son. You're laying in the slums.
You're living in the
just
slums,
like you
pal.
say, and you're proud yourself in it. I'm going to tell you something straight from the stud. As sure as Tennessee is the top of the dog, and you know it's the line right now, baby, they as bad as comes, and you're going to have to be looking at it yourself, then I'm going to swear to you, baby, Bruno, you're going down the line, and you're going down a bad road.
Yep, there they are. Oh, it is them. Same pair, too. The blue, baby blue.
Tough enough to whoop a little meat, good-for-nothing squirrel like you 90 times
She's
a
good
day,
enough
but
to
tough
whip a
enough
little
to
meat?
whoop a lady is a Georgia peach, top of the line when it comes to flying.
Ooh,
You're going
man,
down a
Georgia
bad road.
peach,
This
top of the
lady is a
line.
Georgia peach, top of the line when it comes to pretty, but tough enough to whoop a little meat, good-for-nothing squirrel
Little
like
meat.
you 90 times a day, and I realize it. And I'm going to promise
Top
you
of the
one
line,
thing, that she
not
loves
afraid to
wearing
whip a little
neckerchief,
meat.
but will never wear nothing that you buy.
Oh,
When
look
you
at her
sit
go.
In front of her, what you going to do is get powdered and backward, and then we going to take care of that Gary Young and that stupid Cactus Jack. They are going to become the stable material.
Those two goofballs.
I always said they was, and that's mine. And when I get to Evansville, I'm going to...
Okay, we're going to be ready to go here with actually, yeah, Eddie. Bill Dundee.
Now, what's Eddie Marlin doing out here?
Around here for him, leaning across the desk. Yeah.
Bill Dundee's been back there, and Bill, he's an all right guy. He doesn't give you any problems, but he's got one thing on his mind right now, and that's a match with Sid Vicious. And I can certainly understand how he feels. I don't have a son, but I got some grandsons, and I know how he feels. So I am
It's the
signing
fault of this
that
organization
match
that
with
his
Sid
son
Vicious
was
and Bill
brutalized
Dundee.
with a Japanese sleeper
Now, it goes
hold.
further than that. I want to talk to you, Robert Fuller, and the Stud family, and the dressing rooms in the
Stud
back.
family.
And I want to talk to the guys over here, my grandson included. This match is between Bill Dundee and Sid Vicious. If anybody, I mean anybody, interferes in that match in any way whatsoever, a manager or anybody, nobody's in the ring except Sid Vicious, Bill Dundee, and the referee. If anybody interferes, you will be fired on the spot. Now, that don't mean fired for the night.
There we go.
Don't be fired for the next week. You will never wrestle in this area again.
You'll
And I'll do
never
everything
wrestle
in
here
my power
again.
to contact all the promoters where you will be completely through with wrestling. This is between Bill Dundee and Sid Vicious, and it's going to stay that way.
Let's hope
Hey,
Kevin
Eddie, I
Von
go for
Erich
that,
comes
partner.
down
I
and
appreciate
interferes.
that too. Well, just add that one in there too.
That's right. Sounds like a good one there, I tell you. All right, we're ready to go here with a match, tag team match with, we've got a new face or two to introduce you to.
Adams
On
and
one
Steiner
side of the
versus
ring,
Miller and Mason.
we've got Mean Mike Miller out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I think you've seen Mean Mike before. His partner is out of Pensacola, Florida. His name is Deuce Mason. He's a new face
I'm sorry, Deuce Mason?
on Championship Wrestling. And across the way from Detroit, Scott Steiner, his partner from Hawaii at 315 pounds, the American Ninja, Brian Adams. This
Oh,
match is going to be a
wow.
tag team event Jerry
Wow,
Lawler,
incredible.
and
Another
big guys
another
there
big
for this
name
one.
we're witnessing
Okay, Dave, I am
come
looking
through
forward
Memphis.
to seeing this one. It's always good to see new wrestlers. But in particular, we're
Is he
looking at
starting
this
off
Brian
with
Adams, who is a
Deuce
large
Miller?
one. Mike
What was
Miller
that guy's
is no
name?
small
Deuce
fry.
something?
This guy comes in there at, what, around 260, something like that.
Right.
And
We'll look
he is
after
facing
this
a guy
episode.
that
We'll see if we
even
can find the
much bigger
match.
than he is.
Or a match
Brian
between them, I
Adams,
guess.
I really and truly am not that familiar with. except
Yeah,
that I
Chat
can
was really
tell you
defending
he
Kevin
fills the
Von
shoes
Erich
up pretty well.
extensively
And he is
earlier
tagging with
and
Scott
burying
Steiner
Dutch
a lot
Mantel.
about Scott.
And there was a lot of
Nice
talk
hip toss
about
Mark Miller.
Kinetic Hell's Clam
Mike Miller,
coming from
went
specific
flying
chat
over
members.
and down, bang off the canvas in there. Now this Miller is
And maybe
is a rugged guy with
streamers.
quite a reputation. He's been around. Once again, Brian Adams slips the hip underneath and takes him over and down. On the outside, Deuce
Kinetic
Mason.
Clam.
Do not know a thing about Deuce, but I do know on
I
the
don't know
other
a thing
side,
about Deuce.
the man on the outside, Scott Steiner, two-time NCAA All-American at the University of Michigan. Quite an amateur wrestler.
Deuce Miller.
And winner.
What's your name, kid? They call me Deuce.
We have the big money. And look at Brian Adams.
Boy, I tell you, Adams is giving a whole new definition to the phrase quick hands. Usually you think about that with an athlete catching a football or something like that.
Pretty
but
cool
he is
seeing
able
Brian
to,
Adams this early on in his
It's a
career.
little short karate chop-like move that he puts on it.
We need to get Mark Miller out of the ring because I really need to know that I witnessed Crush versus Deuce Miller.
This is Mike Miller. Good night.
Oh, here we go.
Is a big guy.
Oh, Deuce is
Easily
down.
handles Deuce Mason.
Oh, Deuce Mason. There we
Arm
go.
and takes Miller over and
Man,
down.
Deuce Mason really got
Boy,
one.
I'm impressed, I gotta tell you.
He walked all around the ring with him there for not a minute, but for several seconds with 265 pounds pressed straight up in the air and then threw him about 4 feet across the ring. This is Scott Steiner in there now.
Just under 3
That's pretty
minutes
cool.
Left in our expiration of time, I believe, and
Dropped Deuce.
we'll keep an eye on the clock, but more intently we'll keep an eye on what's happening in the ring. Steiner backed up to the ropes, the referee calling for a break, and Mike Miller does not break. He shoots that forearm in on
Mike
Scott.
Miller does
Look at
not
that shoulder.
break.
Oh boy, he caught Miller good.
We get Deuce Mason in the ring.
Reverses the hip and throws Miller over. With the arm, takes him down again, and there's a tag. Deuce Mason, first time we've seen him.
At least he's not doing that weird head
Don't know much
thing.
about him except
What
that
do they
he's out
call
of
that? The
Florida.
melon masher? Something like that.
And Scott Steiner has his left arm wrapped up right now. We're down to 2 minutes in the time limit for the
Did you
fall
see
here.
Deuce?
2 minutes.
He was like, why I oughta...
There's a clothesline on a good one by Scott Steiner.
Deuce Mason versus
He's
Scott
got it
Steiner.
covered.
What a
1,
deep cut
2.
dream match.
No, he gets us a 2 count.
Incredible.
Starting not to have him there. Steiner is so strong that he can handle it. There's a tag back.
Homage to
on
ATF
Brian
Media. There you go.
Adams, and Adams
He did say one time that he thought if Deuce Mason could get the right push behind him, that he could have made big
double
box
elbow
office with
Deuce
Hogan.
Mason and flops him down handily.
I think he used the
Straight up
phrase
in the air.
printing money.
Adams slams him right down on the mat. And don't you know, just an even body slam is going to kill you. Look at him get up there for the
Well, he
size
sure
of
can.
it. Boy.
Put a drop kick on him and stopped him in his tracks. Right on the mat.
Going for the suplex. He stands Mason up and takes him all the way over.
And Mason
She's
climbing
been pretty
back up on
quiet
his feet.
in the
I'm
chat.
surprised
It
he
might have
didn't
been
get
because
up
I didn't
there,
have
to tell you the
time
truth.
for her
Spinning
clip
back
in the
kick.
last
Now he
Boyd
covers
watch live.
Mason 1, 2. That's going to be it.
Yep, that does it.
I was really pressed for...
4:08.
man, look how much bigger he is than Scott Steiner.
After losing the match to
I was
Scott
really pressed
Steiner.
for time on that
And
episode
Brian
because there was a lot of
Adams.
long
Stand
form
by. Gonna hear a lot of
videos
noise
in
out
that
of
one.
Mr. Adams, I
I
think.
bet you we're going to take a break. Be back.
Well, I mean, they left town.
Star is born.
Yeah, Mr. Adams. Brian Adams, man.
Big, solid.
And you see the way he got up on a drop kick for a big guy like that. This guy goes over 300 pounds
Oh,
and he
I
goes
guess.
flying up in the air.
I'm sufficiently
Anyway, what
impressed.
happened today, Dave?
When he pressed big mean Mike Miller up over his head, and Miller goes about 260, something like that. Woo! I mean, to tell you, it was something else. What else did we have
We
today,
had
Dave?
quite a day here.
Yes, we did.
Gary Young and Cactus Jack won their match. They were
Yeah, but
battling
isn't
rough and
it-
ready.
wasn't
Rough
that a
and
great
ready, tried
video,
jumping before the
ATF
bell.
Media?
I guess they felt maybe that's the only chance they had in the match. Well, didn't work out for them. Cactus Jack and Gary Young won it. Then it
There's
was
more
Jeff
to the
Jarrett,
video where he
going against the-
explains that like he got this out of somebody's basement, so it's actually like old, that they don't even make this kind of stuff anymore. They're like, so it's like basically opening up this really rare, expensive bottle of wine, and like once it's gone, it's gone. There's no more. Like this was like an incredibly rare find. And then we witness him, of course, huff the entire thing in one sitting. And then we witness his like grief over this thing that was so valuable, and now it's like gone forever.
Executioner Jeff got a nice win in that one. And you pointed out Jeff had just lost the belt the night before.
What just
and,
a
he was just in here totally
masterwork of
business.
the
No
human condition.
celebrating with the crowd or anything like that. He won the match. He left immediately. So the concentration, I think, is what he's got working for him right now. Brian Lee defeats Craig Brown in a single match. That made Mr. Phil Hickerson quite unhappy because Phil's out here and introduced Craig Brown
Purple
as
took all the pictures for
Junior.
her OF.
Junior.
Watch Junior.
He was the
Well, we watched
cameraman.
Junior go down to defeat to Brian Lee, and boy, was Phil Hickerson steamed. He said,
He was
let me see
steamed.
you
He
do
should
that to
be.
me."
He
Well,
got
did.
fucking
Brian Lee
cheated.
beat Phil
Man, I
Hickerson.
forgot about
the belt
that.
wasn't on the line, but it will be in a future match, I guarantee you. But for today, Brian Lee has victories over Craig Brown Jr. and Phil Hickerson. Then it was Beauty and the Beast, Terrence Garvin and Mark Guline defeating Tim Woodard and Alan
Terrence
Reynolds. Just too much
Yes,
size, experience,
surface
and meanness,
dwellers.
too, for Beauty and the Beast as they got the victory.
The pink mat, I think, was distracting to their opponents.
Yeah, well, I can understand how it might be. Also, then it was Brian Adams and Scott Steiner in here. What a good-looking team that is.
What a
Going
good-looking
against another
team.
big team, and Mean Mike Miller and Deuce Mason. And they battled
He's calling
for 4
them
minutes, 8
surface
seconds,
dwellers.
But in the end, it was
He's
big,
huffing
315
air
pound
cleaner, and
Brian
they're
Adams
probably
out of Hawaii,
not.
who really shone in the match, and he got the pin and the victory for his team in that expiration of time match today.
Yes, he did. I want to say that Eddie Marlin came out and he assured that there will be a match with Bill Dundee and Sid Vicious, and only those two.
Right.
Brian Lee is going to get the CWA heavyweight title match, and so we got an active week ahead of us.
He smokes
We're going to be
weed.
looking forward to seeing you next week, and that's who we do for Dave Brown. It's Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
All right, let me see if we can find that Bill Dundee versus Sid match. The Tragic Life of Bill Dundee. I don't see it. Here's how about this?
All material brought to you by D'Angelo.
He's jumping up and down on him outside there.
Hello, everyone. I'm Craig Johnson, and welcome to a special edition.
Out of Pittsburgh, but
Here's Bill
he's been in
Dundee
the,
against
USWA
Mark
for
Calloway,
some
I
time
think.
now, and the fans don't.
Oh, DQ.
Dundee is taking it out on Bruno, but it.
So he got to manage the Undertaker too? Wow. Hold on a second. I'm trying to find another video. Come on. I'm trying to find well, shoot.
Yeah, lock the door. Hit me with an umbrella? Yeah.
into his fucking thing, but he's a fucking liar. He's a fucking coward. Fucking coward, liar. Liar. Liar, 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 liar. Why do you lie? Why do you lie to people? Why do you just lie to people? Coward! Liar! It's that liar! I remember you! You're that guy who lies to people about his garbage can, yes!
I remember you! You're the guy who lies to people!
Yeah, oh, come on, yeah. Lies to... Liar! It's that liar! I remember you! You're that guy who lies to people about his garbage can, yes! Yeah, oh, come on, yeah. You gonna hit me with an umbrella? Yeah. You want some mace?
Yeah, this is purple.
Want some mace? Liar? Yeah? Let's go. What's your problem? You're the liar. Fucking liar. You don't want a fucking liar. Gonna hit me with an umbrella. He's an umbrella man. Fucking liar. It's that liar again. Yeah, lock the door. Run, run. Here comes the guy with the fucking gimbal. Run, run. Here comes the gimbal. Fucking liar. Fucking liar. Try and come at me with an umbrella. All right, go. You want some mace? Yeah, that's what I thought. All you care about is money because you're a coward. Come on. No, come at me with some more shit. Come on. I'm on the sidewalk now. Come at me. Come at me. Liar. Fucking liar. Yeah, because you lie. Because you know you lie to people's faces. Because you know you're a fucking liar.
What is going on with this
you know
guy's
what you
brain?
are. Yeah, come at me again with. Yeah, you gonna come at me with an umbrella? You gonna come at me with a little chair there?
What a mess.
A little lucha libre?
Oh my god,
Yeah,
lucha libre?
you.
Wow.
Fucking.
Wow. All right, well, I'm gonna go. Thanks for hanging out. Tomorrow's gonna be the season finale of Boyd Watch. No streams on Sunday, of course. Monday is gonna be the next installment into Eric McHenry. Very exciting. But anyway, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Hopefully, I'll see you soon.